Sorry, buddy, for a little bit of an issue here. We are trying to fix our stream. 1 second. Testing really quick my mic to make sure that's at least working. We're trying to get this going. Give me 1 second. Again, quickly to everybody out there in Twitch land and YouTube land, let me know if you could hear my voice. Testing some issues with OBS that we just had an update for. 1 second, guys. Okay, good. Thank you. 1 second, guys. All right, well, it looks like we are good to go. Hello again. We are here live on Star Systems TV. Hello. I am not your usual co-commentator, or just your commentator tonight, either or. I am Motoagogo. Thank you guys for being here. Kellen is actually way out of town. He is over in the Bahamas enjoying his honeymoon and his wedding, so I am here. I am Motoagogo. Hopefully you guys enjoy me tonight, and we are here to watch some exciting racing. We're here at Hangtown, which should be round number 1, which is usually... but this year, sadly, got delayed because of some online and server issues, so we're going to go ahead and get this going. As of next, we're going to have Moto number 1 250 Pro here with a 30-minute plus 2 lap. Hopefully you guys are all excited, and thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the stream. I do apologize once again for a little bit of an issues at the very beginning. We literally had an OBS update just before we went live. I think a lot of the new skins that I have downloaded have messed up. So it doesn't look like half of them are working, but I downloaded probably 15, 20 gigs of skins earlier today. So if they didn't work, I apologize. One of my hard drives went down. It looks like I got most of them, so that's good. And here we go, guys. Once again, gate drop of Moto number 1 250 Pro here at the restart of Hangtown. A lot of riders jumping the gate, getting stuck. Let's see who's going to end up with a hole shot here. This is going to go to Devin. Ryan looks like no. He might get trailed. Looks like Skline or Ryan. One of the two got the hole shot. Skline, a fantastic start here with Moxie now right behind. So back out front, Skline holding on. We have Haley right behind as well. Devin and Ryan still the charge up top. Battle through the beginning here with Ryan still. We got Lewis and Moxie as well. Let's see if they're going to hold on to this position as we keep going for a little bit, being the very beginning of a race. Of course, everything is nice and tight packed. Plenty of racing ahead of us, though. Ryan, a little bit of mistake. They're gliding outside of the rut just a bit, but still holding on to his position. He does have Lewis right behind him. Right behind Lewis as well, Moxie. As we go up the new hill section. Used to be the big booter triple, not this time this year. Looks like Skline with a slight mistake, so it's going to allow Haley to get back by. Ryan right there in third might capitalize. No, and of course our leader makes mistakes, sadly. A little bit of commentator's curse. Going back out to Skline to the lead. Ryan leaks back here, Lang, as well as Hedge. So right behind Hedge is, of course, a train of riders. Up the triple that is sadly no longer part of the real track. Great battle here for the lead still, and this is very early race. Devin and Ryan charging. Let's go on board for a second and get around a little bit of this track to show you guys Hangtown. Very true, Devin. Very true. Right on the back, but can't capitalize. Skline still holding off for the lead. Once again, still a great battle here for the lead. Let's go back a little bit further. Got Craig Lake versus Lang back here. Side by side is Haley and Hedge. Of course, Haley had a great start, making it up to the lead and then falling back. We got Moxie up here as well. Mitchell, Bull, Rob, Janice. Let's go back up to the front, though, really quick to make sure this battle hasn't escalated anymore. This top 5 is... looked like a slight mistake by Leak as we switch over. But, yeah, right here, Haley up the inside of Moxie. Can he make the pass stick? He does, so it looks like Haley is going to take him back through this section. Next in line for him will be Lang. And Leak, of course, back out front. Skline still your leader. Not by a huge margin. Devin and Ryan all over him. I know it's Klein, but we call him Skline. Sorry, I'm used to calling him by his nickname. Klein, yes. I'm so sorry. I'm used to calling him by his nickname. Very true. I might do that a couple of times tonight. I do apologize. But yeah, Klein versus Ryan. Still a great battle here. Oh, in the pass by Ryan. Great pass there, right up the outside. Klein's going to do his best to follow in line. And Lang it versus Leak as well. This will be a great battle here. This will be for third. Taking different styles over the wall, but right behind him, once again, is going to be Haley holding on. So battle up front, and then, wow, it's crazy how we have 2 different battles going on. This is a 3-way. Actually, let's make it 4, 5, 6-way battle. But Haley holding on. Going to go up the inside here. Make the pass happen. Great pass over Lang. Through the half pipe they go. Lang still trailing. No need to apologize at all, Eric. Oh, and that is a downed rider. That is going to be... that was Devin Ryan, your early leader. Wow. So only 5 minutes in, roughly, into a 30+2. We already have a couple of the leaders going down. So once again, Leak up to second, Haley and Lang. These 3 have not seemed to separate so far. Man, Haley is doing as much as he can to get back out front. He's definitely one of the faster riders. He's sitting at a lap of a 2:14 early. Not sure. Let's see, 2:16 by Leak. 2 seconds faster. Not sure on Klein. We'll have to take a look to see what his laps are. Not too much going on yet. So Klein sitting at a 2:16 as well. So Haley definitely the fastest rider in this front pack thus far. And definitely putting on a charge. You can see him. He's picked off quite a few positions so far and absolutely charging. So there's Ryan still right back there. Once again, Haley will definitely have to keep an eye on him. Looks like the man to beat so far today. So let's see, Leak taking the oh, and making the mistake. I was just thinking in my head, he didn't get enough of a bounce to double out. And yeah, definitely. So the nosedive and over the bars. So allow Haley to take back over second. And Lang right here on third. Klein still running away with it a little bit, but pretty exciting. Haley is charging. So let's go back a little bit further. Looks like not too much is still happening up here. Devin Ryan, actually Colton Mitchell, a name we haven't talked about much in this top 5 battle coming up and trying to mix it up just a little bit. Colton Mitchell, definitely a fast rider. Is that, I don't think that's anybody important down. Double check in the front. Nope, doesn't look like it. Looks like a back of the pack rider, maybe from a different section, coming across. And here we go. Colt Mitchell's going to get the pass very easily on Devin Ryan. Oh, Ryan is going to answer back across the finish line, actually. He's going to go back outside, but definitely Mitchell will have the faster line up the inside. Right behind, of course, is Moxie, just kind of sitting back, letting these two go at it. Yeah, T-Lang still holding on there. Moxie, go back just a little bit further. Lee, Kedge, and Rob. Another three-way battle right here. Got a couple of battles going on, and the other two are going to go down, sadly. So that's going to allow Bull and Sully. Sully's doing pretty well on the EU Pro side as well. Right now, Klein's still your leader. Haley is actually caught up quite a bit. Haley just railing the outside, getting as much speed as he possibly can. Oh, Klein's slide out, but capitalizes on it. And here comes Haley once again, knocking on the door for the lead. There's only 8 minutes in so far, very early into the race. Both of them going to take the double single line on the triple. Jump is massive on the 250, don't blame them. And still Lang right here. It looks like Mitchell as well as Ryan and Moxie, though. But right now, Klein doing the best he can to hold off Haley, which, like, once again, fastest right on the track, unless Klein has thrown down a better lap. Let's see, Klein 2:15, 2:14 still, so about a second faster. Don't want to miss this happen, because once Haley gets by, he should be able to take off, being about a second faster than our leader. Just going to take that bit of time while Klein, as they say, you got to block entire track. So doing as much as he can to keep it going. Oh, in a little slide out by our leaders. So here goes, nice, Julie's opposite way too. Beautiful to watch. Yeah, Haley just all over Klein at the moment. It's going to take the outside cut back in. Not going to be enough. Still keeping right with him. Different lines here. Nope. He's going to take the same. And there is the pass on the outside. Is he going to make it stick, though? Klein doing everything he can to block. Haley going way off track just a bit to make sure it stays apexed. But wow. There you go. Haley is going to take over the lead. Let's see if, as I said, being about a second faster, he's going to take off and make it happen. And there's Lang right there as well. So Klein right behind Haley and Lang. Becoming a crazy early battle here. Oh, and Klein with the mistakes. That's going to drop him to third with Colt Mitchell right behind, which once again, Colt Mitchell has caught up quite a bit. Devin Ryan up here as well. Any of these guys can absolutely win this today. But as of right now, Haley is definitely showing his speed. Let's go back a little bit further, actually. So Bull's back here. Solly's Hedge. Little battle. Leak versus Rob as well. Is Rob going to get the... Nope. Didn't quite jump up through to get the inside. Either way. Tice Janice back here. French. Gebhardt. Porch. Mora's back here. Let's see. Mora sitting in 16th. Colby's across. Woodley. Rose. Holyak back here. Just trying to see who all we haven't seen yet. Gatland. Shepard Mullins. And somebody off track there. Gonzalez. Chandler Rogers, Taylor Lewis. Okay, so a lot of guys we usually see closer to the back. T-Lang is now taking over second once again, still with Klein, Mitchell, and Moxie. So our top five, interesting racing here. Looks like Klein versus Mitchell is our best battle we have in the very front. And once again, if you guys are just joining us, thank you for being here. We're at the 250 Moto 1 for tonight. Of course, a 30+2 here for the Pro class, the NA side of racing here on EMF. Part of Start Your Systems TV tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. Mitchell is now caught right up to the back of Klein. Once again, Lang is actually pretty close ahead, too, so this is becoming a three-way battle. Mitchell definitely looking pretty seasoned with it. With Lang right here, look at the lead already by Haley. He's already pretty much going an entire section. Mitchell doing everything he can, though. I mean, absolutely flying. Let's see his lap time of a 2:13, actually. So the fastest of this top 5 group. Faster than our leader, and he takes Klein out as they both get together. Definitely didn't look deliberate. He cut across from the inside out. But either way, sadly, it's going to make the mistake happen. So Klein is going to get back by. Ryan as well. And there's Mitchell once again. So as of right now, Haley still your leader. Lang second. And then, of course, the three-way battle we're watching. Ryan versus Klein now for this battle. I agree. Yeah, it looked like he high-sided through that rut. Got a little bit of a too tilted. Maybe touched bar. Either way, definitely didn't look deliberate. So, all good. Great battle still here for Ryan versus Klein. It's actually going forward for a little bit. I like doing first person. I know Kellen probably doesn't do it as much, but I promise I won't keep it on it too much. I just mean a first person racer. It's kind of cool to watch these battles happen. Also gives you a sense of speed of how fast these guys are. As we go across the finish line, we'll switch back to our TV cameras. People asking in chat, why are we racing Hangtown again? Well, what happened with Hangtown was night 1 of round 1. We ran the first 250 moto, and then servers kind of took a dump. And, yeah, so nothing worked out, and, wow, that was a weird camera didn't change. And, sadly, we're having to rerun it today during our bye week, which tomorrow the Pro Series for EU did already run Hangtown, so they have the week off. So that is pretty much what's happening with why we're racing Hangtown tonight. Ryan making a little mistake in the last corner. It's staying with Klein in the next corner, so it's going to allow him to get right back. Still a great battle between these two. Let's go back a little bit further, give some more people some love. Leaks back here. Sally's once again doing very well at EU Pro. Dakota French is kind of a bit. Sadly, a lot of the skins looks like didn't catch. I did have a hard drive die on me this week, so I've done my best to try to get all the skins back once again, but we shall have it more corrected for next week. So it looks like Ryan versus Klein is going to be your best battle still here in this top couple of riders. We'll definitely go back a little bit further once it separates a little bit. But halfway through the race, we do have to give our halfway report. We'll do a top 10 rundown really quick. Today's sponsor is going to be thank you to versuspc.com. Anything you guys need PC-wise, versuspc.com has been a great part of this series over the last couple of years, actually, and even a personal sponsor of mine for the stream, keeping me going, making sure that my PC is upright and running. If you guys need anything PC-wise, go to versuspc.com. Let them know Motoagogo sent you. You never know what he might do to give you a little bit of a discount. So, Haley, right now, your leader here at the halfway point. We got Lang second, Klein third, Ryan fourth. Moxie's holding on to fifth. Mitchell here sixth. Bull versus Leak here for seventh, eighth. Might have to come back and watch that. And then Solly's and Gebhardt rounding out your top 10. But, yeah, let's keep an eye on this real quick. Bull versus Leak. Good little battle here. And, again, thank you to everybody out there at YouTube and on Twitch. If you guys are on YouTube and want to check it out on Twitch, check out Start Your Systems. Not too hard to find on Twitch at all. And, of course, on YouTube, same exact thing for the most part. I'm not usually a part of it, but once, again, Kellen being out of town, he asked me to cover, and I was like, you know what? I will do that for you, sir. So we are here. And if you guys enjoy my content, you can find me as well. I'm just Motoagogo on Twitch. And I commentate all of the EU Pro side. So if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff and you want to watch some racing at afternoons on Thursdays, hey, check out the channel. But right now, it's still Devin Ryan versus Klein. This is your battle here. It's still for third place. I just wanted to be sure. Positions have switched so much. Both riders have had a great race. Let's see what lead Haley has opened up now. Haley's only up to 5 seconds. T-Lang still doing the best he can behind. And of course, the Klein. Oh, as I go back to Klein flipping off, and so does Ryan. Ryan makes a huge mistake too. Klein makes the bigger mistake. Where's Moxie? He's going to capitalize on this. He's going to get 2 for 1 around this corner, more than likely. Nope, not there in time. Very close. Nothing like synchronized crashing in a corner, but either way, oh, Ryan getting a little squirrely at the end of that corner, and then Moxie, and that's Colt Mitchell once again creeping up the back. Colton has been definitely quick this moto. We got to keep an eye on him. But now Klein versus Ryan, the battle heats right back up. And of course, don't forget we have 450 still coming up tonight, guys. That is the premier class, the class that everybody loves to watch. A lot of the favorites. So many good riders in the 450 class. 250 class as well, but it's just 450 class is where it's at, of course. Really excited to see how that goes tonight. And again, do apologize for being right on the money on time tonight. We had a last-second OBS update that was massive. I had to restart it a few times and everything else, and of course it happened right before the stream, but I'm thankful that everything seemed to work out. And again, I'm happy to have you guys all here. Once again, Ryan up here having a great ride. Let's see, across the line, Ryan's last lap, 224 with the crash, 228, and then 218 for Moxie. Mitchell, what is he going to run? He's going to sit at a 218.1. Our leader, 217.8 with a 212 lap time. Wow, absolutely flying out there. Haley just showing how it's done. A couple of these riders have separated a little bit more. Mitchell sliding out as we get to him. Very disappointing to see. Oh, rider down. That is going to be Craig Leake. So Sally's going to get by him. That's another position for him. The finish line jump is an oddly tricky jump on this track. If you don't line it up just right and you case onto the 250, a lot of times you'll just go off, legs off for some reason. Kind of weird. So right now, Haley, yeah, looks like Lang is about 5 seconds back, pretty sure. 4.9, yeah, 5 seconds back, so definitely closing in. Behind him is a lapped rider, so he's not going to worry about that. And then Klein, or I keep calling him that. Sorry, just being friends with somebody. It's hard to not use their nickname. But yeah, so Klein versus Ryan. Still going for battle, and then Moxie up here. So, I mean, all the top 5 are pretty close here, but Haley is definitely, absolutely looking solid out there. We will a little bit later, Eric. Just before the 450s, we'll talk about that. We'll definitely make sure to see what everybody thinks of who's going to win, who's going to do what. Is that a, yep, that's a lapped rider. So right now, oh, wow, behind him. I'm not sure who that lap rider is, but he came into that corner hot. I mean, he had no plans of slowing down there and somehow grabbed the edge of the berm. That was pretty great. Just looking around. I hate showing the same people all stream. I feel bad, but when front battles happen, we just got to keep an eye on it. So going back a little bit further, Colby, Dakota, French. A couple riders back here. Looks like Dickerson, French, yeah, and Holiak. So these 3 could be a good battle here. Oh, and taking him out. So French is actually to get a little nudge there. Still great battling in this front group. Going back up front just in case. The gap you can see right there, bottom of the jump, and he's already in the whole next section. So it looks like they opened up even more of a gap. Yeah, 8.6. Haley has either turned it on or Lang with a mistake. So Clyden's still third. Mitchell, not just anything happening with this front group. So we'll definitely go back to that in a second. Like I said, I just don't want to miss anything important happening. French still in the back of Holiak, and that's going to be Janice up the inside. Janice is going to try to take the pass. Going to go outside of here, probably cut back in. He does, but, oh, gets the door shut on him. And that will also be a pass there. Get a bit close to those hay bales. But as right now, Holiak still holding on. Haley, though, you're still your leader if anybody's just joining us. Just having to keep checking on this. I don't want to miss anything important, especially being a fill-in for this week and next week. So if you guys enjoyed tonight's commentary, I'll be back again for High Point, so we'll have an actual live races series. Of course, this is a remake race, which still counts as a live race, but you know what I mean. 3 hours from Muddy Creek, nice. I'm about 4. Long drive. But yeah, once again, looks like Klein and Moxie might be getting back at it again. Yeah, it looks like Klein definitely has the drive on Moxie so far. Let's see if he's going to be able to capitalize on position here. Moxie's no slouch, though. Definitely somebody that can hold his own. So back a little bit further. Mitchell still back here trailing. Having a great ride, though. Let's see, not just anything really happening in this front group. So across versus Harry White. Really liking Cross's gear this week. Looks cool. And, wow, the pass. Beautifully done. To let him right on by. So, once again, White holding off Cross. Good battle here, but back out front. Looks like we're going to have Klein versus... I keep calling him that, too. Klein versus Moxie. Yeah, for anybody asking, since Kellen is out of town for the next couple of weeks, he asked me to go ahead and cover the pro side. So don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. It's not permanent. I love Kellen commentating as much as you guys, trust me. I'm not saying that I'm great in any way, but hopefully I could fill in for him during the time you guys enjoy it. So please, don't even worry that, you know, I am definitely not taking over Kellen's spot in any way. He will be right back. He just asked me to cover this and High Point next week. So we'll see you guys for both these weeks. And either or, great racing for us to watch. So that's all that matters. Haley's scrubbing right over the top. Man, just so separated now. We're at 23, almost 24 minutes out of 30 plus 2. Klein is on the ever good gear. Oh, and our leader is down. Haley was up by 12. That's going to shorten that up quite a bit. That goes back to Lang, trying to wait for the timing gates to go through. 4.6, so 5 seconds up still after the mistake there. And then Klein as well, still not Mitchell, but definitely by Moxie. These two, once again, have been battling pretty much all moto. It's been pretty interesting. Oh, rider down. Not sure. Nope, doesn't look like a lead lap rider. But as of right now, Haley, you're man to beat. Just absolutely putting on a clinic out there. Sadly, don't have his bike. Have his gear, though. Don't understand why half of those are like that. But we'll get it figured out for next week. Lang still going through. Klein making it happen. Ryan still. And just, like I said, just cycling through, seeing if anything is happening in this front group. His bike is red plate update. That could be it. Well, I downloaded all the skins today, so I shouldn't have missed it. Sally's, once again, been watching him on the EU Pro side. If anybody is interested, like I said, in the EU Pro side, check out Motoagogo on Twitch. I stream that every Thursday. This week, we're taking a bye week, but next week, we'll be back on with it. But he's been definitely doing well on that EU side. Right behind is Colby still. Looks like a semi-close battle now. Another rider down in the corner. Oh, I thought they were going to get together here in the half pipe. Wow, cutting way up on the inside of the half pipe for that inside rut. I don't think he meant to go up that high on the side of the wall. Oh, from that angle, looked like they might have come together going left, right on each other. Wow, Sully's going to get pushed out of the line. Colby's going to take that pass, and Link's going to hold on. Going back up front, just really quick, making sure we're not missing anything at all. Klein and Moxie are slowly getting to the back of Lang, it looks like. Slightly catching him. But still, nothing has really changed. We're at 3.5 minutes plus 2. Getting close to the very end here of Moto number 1 of the 250 class. Of course, we have moto number 2 and 1 and 2 of 450 still coming up. A lot of racing ahead of us. I thought I saw Mitchell sliding out in the background. Definitely was his fender. So Mitchell, sadly, making more mistakes. Definitely one of the faster guys out here today. He's running a lap of a 2:13 fast lap. I mean, absolutely flying. But just sadly having a couple of issues and making everything happen. So either way. Is T-Lang on a 252 stroke? Let's listen. No. Still, Haley, your leader, going at 27. So it's just adding up lap times. Possibly 4 laps left. So we'll see what happens here. At lap 13 for now. So we'll get probably at 17 laps we should see. And here we go. Moxie versus Klein. Once again, we've been talking about this battle. We've seen it all moto. But they're back at it again. Definitely getting their TV time this week. That is for sure. Oh, Lapper cutting him off a little bit. Oh, Lapper. Oh, okay. Wow. So that just happened. It didn't even look like he hit the Lapper from that angle, but I'm guessing that's what happened with the way he went legs off. So it looks like Lapper causing issues. So Lang's going to get by, and there's Moxie. How did St. Jude go? Final round is tomorrow. So I don't know yet. It's gone well, though, and thank you for everybody that's been joining us. We raised over $2,000 this year for St. Jude. It's amazing the amount of support you guys put out, and I thank you guys so much for being a part of that as well. But as of right now, back to Hangtown as we're watching, just having fun, and thank you guys again for being here. Oh, Ryan makes a mistake on the uphill. As the race goes on, it gets a lot harder. Is he going to be able to make it? No, he's not. He's going to have to turn around and go back up, which usually is very frowned upon in this game, but on this track, in certain situations, the turnaround is necessary. So that definitely cost him a lot of time by doing so. Oh, and Haley is down. We don't know exact numbers from Nut Up, but they'll be giving, like, 5 packs and stuff like that to people, as far as I know. We'll see. I need to get a hold of my rep. And leader, 29 seconds still, so that's line out, and everything else not going to matter. Klein still your second place rider for now. Lang, Moxie, Mitchell, your top 5. Ryan, Lee, Gebhardt, Colby, and Bull. That is your round out of the top 10. Actually, good battle here of Colby versus Bull. Where's Kellen? Kellen's on his honeymoon. So I'm filling in for tonight. Oh, a couple riders down. That's going to be Gebhardt. And who else is that? That was Leak. I was going to say it's either Leak or I wasn't sure. Trying to memorize gears now. Leak having issues, sadly. So let's get him back up in this battle. He's still going to hold on to at least a top 10. Of course, not as good a position as he was hoping for from earlier in the race, but, you know, could be much, much worse. So lap 14. So next time around will be, you know, after the 30-minute marks, we'll have 2 more laps after he goes through. So 3 including this one. Oh, Lang having to get by a downed rider here in the final section. Keep going back a little bit further. Moxie up here as well. Colton, Mitchell, Ryan still. So not really a whole lot going on right now, but either way, great racing nonetheless. We've had some awesome battles this moto. And of course, it's still not over yet. You know how it is. Oh, and Mitchell getting into a couple riders there. Neither of which are on the lead lap. So looking through, is Colby on to 250? I don't think so. No. Yeah, once again, for anybody asking why we're rerunning Hangtown, is the servers went out. We only had 1 moto done. Oh, and Haley is going to get clipped. I want to say... No, I was going to say that was Devin and Ryan, but I don't think it was. T-Lang up here, Moxie right behind still. So still not really as much changed. Moxie has caught up to the back of him, though. And here's Colton Mitchell now. Colton Mitchell slowly catching back up. Once again, really got up to the top 3 earlier and then had a mistake. And then, sadly, more mistakes have kind of held him back just a little bit. So checking numbers. It might have actually been. It might have been Ryan, actually. Oh, yeah, we forgot to check. The lead is 5.2. So with that short of a gap over Klein, it's, I don't know. Anything could honestly happen. One slide out and Klein's going to be all over him. So across the line we go with our leader. Klein holding on for second. This is actually getting pretty close now with the mistakes that have happened with our leader. Not really his own fault in any way, just multiple incidences with lappers. So, you never know. Lang is pretty close as well. Moxie. Nothing really happening in this top 10. Just double checking close to the end of the race. They're going to be able to rest their thumb pump here very soon. Oh, and Solly is getting squirrely there before the wall, so that's going to allow Matthias Janis to get right back by. So back out front, checking on our leader. There is second Klein. Actually, kind of a cool camera pan there. I'll take that one. And there's T-Lang, Moxie, Ed Mitchell. So there's your top 5. Everybody's pretty close now. But Haley, you're a man to beat still. It's the last lap. He had a lot of mistakes at 2:35 and also getting taken out. So right now, it's his race to lose, really. I mean, Klein is definitely turned on the burner, but is not going to go over his head to make mistakes, that's for sure. So as of right now, it's going to be either A, take a valiant second and go for the next moto, which is, I mean, great points. Or B, push it a little bit harder, might make a mistake and drop back in the top 5, but I don't know. We'll see what happens here. With the track being so eroded and rough, I mean, any slight mistake in a corner could be it. Oh, see, anything like that, just a downed rider in a corner coming up blind, don't know he's there. That could have been his race. So, watching Haley pretty closely here. Drop back to 6.2. So once again, back out front, Lang still, Mitchell, oh, down again, sadly. The mistakes he's had, Ryan back here, Colby, just, like I said, not a lot going on, but final lap, here we go. Let's see if Haley can hold on one last lap. Definitely been the man to beat, had an early lead, made a mistake, and clawed his way back up to the front. Crazy ride for Haley. Need to get his #1 update, or red plate update, I should say, not #1, but either way, #1 points update, I should say, bike. Oh, riders all around him. This is a sketch situation for a leader. He gets through safely. What about Klein? Haley, though, holding on. Rider going down behind him. Keep an eye on this. Looks like Klein is settled into the second. Which, of course, if he makes a mistake, there's Lang right there, as I said, dropping back further into a top 5 instead of just holding off on second. As you can see, Klein right there in the background, showing how close the two are for the end of this race. I hate that camera pan sometimes. It goes way around, but either or. Some of the lappers being patient and respectful and getting out of the way, and others just racing around these top guys. It's kind of funny. Makes me feel like AMs, that's for sure. Not sure who that was by Klein, just jumping way off track, but Not going to be the fastest way through, that's for sure. So a little bit left here for Haley, and he's going to ring in moto number 1 here after a faulty restart of server issues when round 1 originally tried. And your winner of moto number 1 here for the 250 class, you be Jack Haley. Great ride for him. Klein is going to be second. Got really close there towards the end, but at the same time, amazing ride by both. Lang is going to take your 3rd spot. Of course, this is all before timing and updates and cuts and yada, yada, yada. So there goes Moxie through. Here's going to be Mitchell. Mitchell taking a solid 5th. Quite a few mistakes that race, so it's good to see him still get a top 5. And Ryan is, in real life, those are the type of jumps that you have where you just, everything slows down. You're not sure if you're going to land it or not. You just hope that you do. Man, that looked very realistic. So Ryan is going to come through at the end here, almost going OTV. We're going to hold on. Leak is going to be 7th, more than likely. Yep. Honestly expected him to go right over the bars on that, but did not quite. And Lake is going to go through in 7th. Great ride for him. Bull versus Colby, though. Is Colby going to go for a last-ditch effort on the inside here? Oh, and he tries. Doesn't quite get it. So Bull's going to get right by Colby, and there's Gebhardt. Rounding out your top 10. Just checking to see who else is here in the front pack of lead lap riders. Looks like we lapped up to 18th. Just curious on how far we went through the pack. Still watching Janice, which is going to be your 11th rider. Whoa, those braking bumps into the final corner got pretty eroded this race, that's for sure. And going across there. And you got Sully's as well. 13th, 14th is going to be French. 15th, Cross. Amazing looking gear, by the way, with the iLab team. Really like their gear. And he's going to cross for 15th. 16th, looks like it's going to be Harry White. Who else is over here? Jake Rose. Actually made it the cleanest I've seen of anybody in that final corner. And Rose is across. Looks like cuts are in. Let's double check the top 10. Nothing changed. So once again, your winner is going to be Jack Haley, 2nd Klein, and 3rd is going to be T-Lane. Great job for them. They go up on the podium and talk to some people and everything else while we take a quick little short break as I'm stretching. Sorry about that. And once again, I am Motoagogo. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday evening, depending on where you live. Actually, it's evening for us. I'm on the East Coast, so it's after 9, almost 9:30 for me. So it looks like we're getting stuff together and getting it ready. We're not sure if there is a break or not. There should be. So if there is, we'll ask you guys some questions, have some fun with chat. 3-minute break, not long at all. So let's see. Since real life racing is coming up this weekend, just to fill in the gap and have a little bit of fun with you guys, who do you guys think is going to win this weekend? Now that Osborne is out, sadly, due to surgery, really disappointing. Anderson is out due to a crash at Glen Helen. Just a lot of guys out, a lot of guys in that are actually pretty quick, surprisingly. So what do you guys think? Who do you guys have for this weekend's actual real-life race? And again, for anybody asking about Kellen, he is out of town. I am here to cover for you guys. So Motoagogo here, also known as Motoahuha. I'm here to hang out with you guys. How do we get the cameras and the broadcaster banner at the top? So whenever you download a new track this year, they're built into the track, thankfully. You don't have to get them separate. So when you're watching a race, say you're wanting to watch, like Haley right here. You want to tab until you get to this one. This whole, yeah, Osborne's out. Yeah, he's in surgery, yeah. So if you drop out to this and go to this cam, the floaty camera, and then you hit tab on your controller, you can see how I'm like highlighting Jake and back off. So whenever you hit tab on there, you'll lock onto a rider, and then if you hit 1, that recycles the camera back to this. So whenever you do that, you'll automatically have the numbering and the timing up top. So if you guys ever want to do this at home and just watch stuff or watch somebody else's race that has cameras, this is exactly how you do it. It's very simple, just panning through and keeping an eye on what battles to go watch and stuff like that. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. All right, either or. Turn off message lines really quick. Don't need, feel bad, and I apologize to Kellen if he didn't want that up, so either way. Gladly, not a problem at all. I think I don't remember what, he broke. He had surgery on something. I don't remember what it was. But getting close to Moto number 2 here. Like I said, quick little thumb pump. Little reset for the guys. Jake, don't make fun of what I do on my off time, bro. But either or, thanks again to everybody here on the YouTube side or on the Twitch side for hanging out tonight. I know Kellen doesn't chat with you guys in chat too much, but being a recap of a race, and I mean, it is live, and we're still trying to keep it very professional at the same time, like hanging out with you guys, like chatting with you guys, a little bit different of, you know, everybody has their own commentator style, so I'm going to do my best to keep it professional, but chat with you guys a bit. Makes it a little bit more fun, I think. See, honestly, Jake, as weird as it is, I totally agree. I think the whole esports side of things where it's commentated like an actual professional event is a bit odd. I totally get that, but it's just events like this where, you know, a lot of money's on the line, the best class in the world, everybody's racing together, all that stuff. I did download the iLabs. I did. It looks great. I personally get it. I totally do. I'm not a huge fan of watching these usually on the side, but when it comes down to an actual event that matters, this is why I think this kind of stuff is cool. You know what I mean? And this is coming from a guy that commentates. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I do. I do it for a lot of stuff. I actually helped with RF for 2+ years, and just I get it. If you're not a fan of the game too much, or if you don't care about what's going on, all that kind of stuff, you know. So thank you. That was a torn labrum. That's right. But yeah, I just thank you guys for hanging out. You know, this is why Kellen and I do stuff like this, that you guys, you know, enjoy things like this. We keep doing it because you enjoy it. You know what I mean? We're asked to keep coming back because of the, you know, the amount of support that you guys give us. So either or, thank you guys so much for being here. That's all that matters. There's a lot of money on the line. I think they're racing for what, $450, something like that? $500? Either or. Dude, lawnmower racing? We actually have lawnmower racing not too far from here. It's kind of funny. So once again, there's going to be a sight lap, quick warm-up lap. They're just going to go out there and make sure everybody is on the track at the same time, make sure nobody's missing at the gate, and then we'll get the start of Moto 2 for the 250 class here in just a second. Seeing who's going to actually get the quote-unquote curse. You sure you're clicking tab on a rider and then hitting 1 to reset? That's what, well, yeah, it's sit dab, whatever your sit dab is. Oh, I was waiting for it. I love those on the warm-up start. Quickly, before we get started racing, be sure to go to the 1 cam on any other rider besides yourself that is racing. You can't do it on your own. You have to do it on anybody else. And then you got to hit tab, or sit dab. Tab for me is sit dab. And it'll lock onto a rider, and then just hit 1 to reset cameras. But either or, here we go, guys. Get ready at the lineup here in the 250 Moto 2 here at Hangtown. Let's see. Let's go with Colt Mitchell. It's pretty quick off the first moto, so let's go back a little bit further. And he's got a great inside gate here. Let's see if it'll work to his advantage. But once again, guys, anybody joining us, and everybody here at 250 Moto 2 here at Hangtown. And as we watch him, great start by Colton, but it's not going to be the Holy. That's going to go to Jack Haley. Wow, what a great start by Haley here. If he can do this, he could get out front and check out. So let's see what happens here. Colton Mitchell is right behind him. Colton Mitchell gets taken out, though. Not sure who that was with him. A lot of riders down. Wow, that's a big pileup. So it's going to allow Klein once again up here, taking second Moto 1. But now back to third Moto 2 here. Dickerson is going way on the inside. He's going to get into a hay bale. He does not. It's going to allow Klein to get back by, though. Because right now, Haley, your leader, Klein, Dickerson, Lang, Lewis, Janice, Bull, French, Sidehoff, Solly's down. Trent Shepard, one of my teammates up here as well. That is also Dakota French and Sidehoff as well as Bull. So back out front really quick. Haley, your early leader, which won Moto number 1, is holding on here. But Klein getting sideways on the inside. Dickerson right next to him. Oh, little sideways there right behind is going to be Lang. Lang having a decent Moto number 1. Janice back here trying to see where a couple other riders were. We saw Colt Mitchell go down. Who was that down? Also, not sure yet. So Haley, still your leader. Dickerson, Lang, Janice. Looks like that was Klein that went down. I mean, Ted, how else do you explain the videos, man? I gotta say. But either way, Dickerson and Lang going at it here. This is another great battle. Janice versus Sidehoff. Dualies opposite direction. If I was drinking tonight, I would take a shot with it. Oh, and Sidehoff goes down. So once again, Dickerson, second, third's Lang. Keeping an eye on this front group, seeing who's cycling through. Oh, pack of riders here. Here we go. Gebhardt, Klein, Ryan, Bull, and Moxie all together. Oh, and Moxie making the mistake, so it's going to allow him to separate off. Ryan is going to be battling against Klein again. Great racing here today, for sure. Looks like Lewis versus French. Back behind as well. Still this battle. Klein, Ryan, and Bull. With Gebhardt leading the charge. Gebhardt didn't see much of in the first moto. He was just inside the top 10, moto number 1. Klein definitely needing a better position, getting second moto number 1. But as of right now, your winner of moto number 1 is your leader as of right now in this moto and absolutely taking off. Trying to keep an eye on times at the very top as well as keep an eye on this battle. Cool. Sounds good. Thank you. But still right now, Gebhardt holding off Klein and Ryan. Oh, the scrub, though, by Ryan through the rollers. That was actually kind of cool to watch, catching up a little bit, but sadly having to back off since the door got shut right on him. I hate keeping on the same riders pretty much all weekend, but so much has been happening. So Haley, still your leader. Haley already at only a 3-second lead, actually. It looks like Dickerson has gotten right up on him. He must have made a mistake. So as a pass goes by, wow. Shows how quick timing can change. I was looking at the timing up above, and he was still ahead by a couple of seconds, and suddenly right back on him. So good thing we came back up to catch that. Dickerson charging to the front. Nice foot swag up the step up. But still, right now, jumping back down. Haley doing everything he can to get back to Dickerson. Once again, Haley winning moto number 1. Dickerson, I want to say, was 7th or towards the back of top 10, if I'm right. So either or, we got to keep an eye on this. So this would absolutely still give Haley the overall. So second isn't too big of a deal for him. Okay, thanks, Josh. Appreciate that, man. Josh, aren't you writing my number? I don't know why. I'm curious. I'm thinking you're writing my EMF number. But still, good battle here. This is again for the lead here in Moto number 2, 250s for anybody just joining us. $5.29? Okay, never mind. I saw somebody else running 5.11, so I was just curious. I just wanted to be sure. I just feel bad if anybody is getting into EMF and I already have that number. Somebody's running it. I can't remember who it was. But either way, back to this battle. Dickerson versus Haley. Oh, and Haley with the mistake. So that's going to allow Dickerson to take off a little bit, and a chance for us to catch back up on some other racing. So it looks like Lewis versus Gebhardt. Oh, and Lewis, commentator's curse, a little bit too heavy on the front wheel. As right now, Lang's still holding off. Moxie, Lewis, Ryan up here, French, Leak. Leak was battling with somebody right there, actually. That is Klein. Klein doing everything he can to catch back up on. Leak doing everything he can, holding off Klein. No worries, Turkey. That's fine. Good seeing you, man. Oh, Hubbard getting a little bit saucy on the throttle there in the corner. There's Mora. Once again, Mora looking great in this gear this week. Switching up his gear for the second moto. Awesome looking stuff from Evergood. Always making great gear. Back out front, though. Let's double check to see what's happening. Dickerson still holding off Haley. Quite a gap. Gebhardt. And once again, if you guys are curious about timing of riders, you guys can check across the top as it pans across. Of course, I'll give you timing live and updated as we race here. Oh, Klein going almost over the top of the berm. Shows how close everybody is. Oh, Hubbard making a mistake. Mora's going to get right by. That's going to be... Who was that getting by on the side off? Turkey Nose. There you go. And then Hubbard and Bull. So a lot of great riders here. I mean, fast racing from a lot of great riders in the 250 class so far today. Sidehoff making the mistake, getting out of the way just in time. Got a little bit sketchy there with Hubbard getting by, but made it through clean. Like I said, just wanted to double check this front group every once in a while. Lang. Looks like Ryan versus Moxie. This is going to start warming up here. This is going to be a battle for your 6th place spot. Oh, rider down. That was Gebhardt. So it's going to heat up this battle a little bit more, mixing another fast rider into it. Over the top we go. Nobody makes any mistakes, really. Moxie, a little slide out, but nothing too bad. The iLab gear this season's looking awesome as well. Being teammates, I don't see a lot of barbing and elbow throwing, but you never know. Right on the back of them. We're going to get a drag race up the hill. Gebhardt getting the triple in the section. Definitely the difference in speed up that hill, that's for sure. But Ryan's still going to hold him off going into this. Checking up at the top here. Missed where the leader was. I'm guessing there's still a big gap there. Keeping an eye on this battle, giving some more people some TV time here this weekend. Moxie's gotten quite a bit, but Gebhardt, Ryan as well, actually. So... looks like about the same riders, top 10 once again. Colton Mitchell running in 17th right now. Definitely not where he wants to be after a great moto number 1. So right now, still Dickerson, your leader. Janice up here as well. Of course, Haley second, as we saw. But back to this battle. Oh, rider going off track ahead of them. That would be Janice. Janice with a bit of a mistake. Always love some great close-knit racing, that is for sure. Oh, and behind, that looked like possibly Janice that went down. That was. All I saw was a rear fender go up in the air, and that was all she wrote. Oh, Ryan trying to get every ounce of power to the ground as he can, sliding out. So Lang still leading this charge, a little bit ahead of the rest of the pack, but Ryan and Gebhardt not too far back. Trying to see if anybody can capitalize in this situation. Back ahead still. Haley is now taking over your lead. So it looks like Dickerson must have made a mistake as we were keeping an eye on the battle for 3rd through 5th. Not sure what had happened, but looks like just a big of a gap as it is already. It looks like Dickerson must have went down. I doubt I'll do it before the 450s because I have to download it on stream, so I don't know if I really want to do that. Don't want to risk dropping OBS because it's not my stream this week. I'm streaming for somebody else, and I take my streaming very professionally seriously, I should say, for another person. So I don't want to run the risk of crashing OBS, but I'll have it for a high point. No, this is the last 250 moto. This is 250 moto number 2, and then we got two 450 motos right after this. Long Night Racing ahead of you guys, so you guys are kind of stuck here with me. I thank you guys all for being here, though. I really do. And, of course, Kellen does as well here at Start Your Systems. If you guys are enjoying the content, hit that follow button if you guys haven't already here on Twitch. You would be very appreciative. Every round of the Pro Series is always streamed here on Start Your Systems, as well as quite a few other things that Kellen does, and as well over here on YouTube. Because you're over on YouTube and you haven't hit the subscribe button, you better. Or Kellen will yell at you when he gets back. So back out front really quick. Don't want to miss another battle or anything. Dickerson still a ways back. So going back further. So Moxie versus Gebhardt still about your best battle out front right now. Nice pass by Gebhardt as they go up the first. I don't even know what to call that thing, honestly. Yeah, he's on his honeymoon and wedding. They're in the Bahamas. Yep. So congrats to Kellen as we go through tonight. Tonight it's kind of a congrats Kellen throwback Hangtown race. And in the very back of everybody's mind, why is Motoagogo streaming for Kellen when Moto sucks? But no, seriously, I thank you guys all for being very nice with me here tonight. I really do thank you, and I'm happy to fill in. I'm happy to be a part of the channel, so. So back still, Haley holding on. Dickerson, Lang, really not has changed much. Ryan, Gebhardt. Let's go back a little bit further. A couple of battles here we've been watching. So Klein, your second place. Oh, finish for Moto number 1 in 7th right now. French, Moore is back here. Once again, you're looking on point this week. Janice, Leek, Mitchell. So right now, pretty much Haley is guaranteed your overall as of right now unless something crazy happens. But the whole thing that we got to think about, too, is the rest of the points. So, but as of right now, Haley winning Moto number 1. Moto number 2 here leading 2:11 fast lap. That is insane. I don't know how these guys are running laps like that. 2:11 as well for Dickerson. Lang at 2:12, 2:13 Ryan, 2:14, 2:15. Okay, so I was going to say 2:15, oops, is about the average lap time for these pro time, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, 2:15 is flying. But running a 2:11, especially in race pace, that is just insane. I don't know how these guys are doing on 250. Of course, the E-Road and great ruts and berms really help out, but that is just a fast lap. Oh, and the slide out by Gebhardt in the high side. Always the worst. Sadly, not going to capitalize from that at all. But showing the gap between Haley and Dickerson. Like I said, both of them running 2:11 lap times as their fastest lap. Still getting actually pretty close of this front battle. And for anybody that is here watching for the first time, has never seen this, yes, these are all real people in their mom's basement playing this game. No, I'm totally kidding, again. That is battling it out for good prizes, a lot of fun, and bragging rights. Can't even talk today all of a sudden. Ryder just sitting in the middle of the track. At least they're able to get by him, no problem. That was kind of interesting. And, yeah, this is just a replication of the Pro Series of the real-life AMA Motocross Series. And this is Hangtown, of course, which is usually the first round. Had issues with it and racing it again this week. Next week, we'll be doing High Point, just like real life. But since real life has a bye week this week, we are taking that week to redo this race. So here we are for that tonight. And again, thank you guys so much for being here. We really do appreciate it, both YouTube and Twitch side. So getting back, seeing if anything's going on. Moxie versus Ryan. Mix Klein in there, and we got Oh, another battle just like the first moto, but Ryan is going to make a big mistake on the wall. We've seen a couple riders go down there. Gebhardt is going to get by. So Ryan's going to get going again. But it's not too big of a deal yet because we're about halfway through. And speaking of halfway, let's quickly give a quick thank you to one of our sponsors. Let's go with Race Tech this week. Race Tech, for anything suspension related you ever need, go ahead and give Race Tech a call. They'll set you up. Make sure you're ready to hit whatever you want to hit this week in trails, enduro, motocross, whatever you guys want to do. Check out Race Tech. Be sure to let them know we sent you and let them know you're thankful that they're part of this series that we're going on here. But either way, top 10 rundown quickly. Jack Haley, your leader. Dickerson second, Lang's going to be third, fourth, Moxie fifth, Gebhardt, Ryan's in sixth, Klein seventh, French eighth, Leak ninth, and Mitchell 10th with Janice all over him. Mitchell creeping back into a top 10. Once again, he had a top 10 mode number 1, but had a couple of mistakes on his way up to a great finish in the end. So let's see if he can start getting up through the positions here in moto number 2. Looks like Leak is ahead of him. So a couple of guys to go. Let's go back up front just in case. Nope, nothing really going on. Looking for a battle of any sorts in this top 10, but man, looks like everybody is pretty stretched out. Let's give some love towards the back of the pack. Not really even the back, 40 riders, so let's say halfway point. Colby holding off Hubbard here. Hubbard is going to get up a lot closer after Colby not taking the fastest line to that rut. Once again, trying to give everybody a little bit of TV time. Zoacross once again. Great looking gear this week. Holiak, whoa. Hold on, Holy. Hold on. Trying to do everything he can just to catch traction once again. Just absolutely sliding and still sliding. Holiak looks like me out there right now, just constantly on glass, just sliding. Let's see who else is back here. Oh, Lewis is down or has disconnected. Disconnected. Either that or got DDoSed. One of the three. And looking through, a lot of guys already leaving. So, man, a lot of riders out. Back to the front, though. Looks like Dickerson has caught up to Haley just a little bit. We haven't done this much Moto 1 yet, or I think at all. Let's go on board and watch Dickerson try to catch our leader for a minute. And just like that, we're going to get the lead change with Haley making a mistake. Oh, the battle back up the inside. So Haley's going to get back by. Is he going to make it stick? Is Dickerson going to have anything back? Hear a two-stroke in the background there. There he is. Dickerson making a little bit of a mistake there. He had Haley in his grasp and has let him go just a bit. But, I mean, still a great ride. I'm not dissing it at all. Dickerson's absolutely on it, doing everything he needs to keep up with Haley. But just, that was crazy. He was right on him and then just dropped off quite a bit. Didn't see a mistake from him. Just, I don't know. We'll have to see what might have happened there. But either or, trying to catch back up to the front. I like the hashtag. That was pretty funny. I would say it out loud, but not being my stream, I don't want to hate or anything towards a stream that's not mine. So. But either or, I think everybody's thinking the same thing, and that was pretty funny. So still checking through this lead group. Walter Gebhardt all over the back of T-Lane. See if you can catch him. Another good battle here in the top 10. Lane getting the triple up. Making it look easy, too. Just absolutely getting the nice seat bounce through it. You have to really hop it on the 250. So double checking the front again. Haley's still your leader. And that was Dickerson on the other side down. I was curious if that was. So that's going to give Haley a bit of breathing room. So back to Gebhardt. Nope. Ryan has dropped far enough back. Nothing going on. Klein pretty far back here now. Looks like Mitchell on the back of Klein. This should be a good battle. Both these riders extremely fast. And right behind him as well is Leak. So all three riders we saw get a top 10 moto number 1. So this is definitely going to be the best battle in this top 10 so far. Oh, up the inside is going to make it stick. No, Klein still holds on to a little bit faster of a pace. Mitchell right behind, or just past the 21-minute mark right now. So I think we went 16 laps motor number 1. Should be about the same motor number 2. Oh, and looks like Mitchell's going to get that inside line. Is it better, though? Oh, and Klein with the mistake. So that's going to allow Leak to get by as well. So Klein's going to drop back even further, sadly. Once again, getting second moto number 1. Absolutely had to get on a little bit more to try to get second overall. But as of right now, just dropping further and further back. That puts him to 9th. So 2-9 for him if it stays right here for the weekend. Back out front, double check-in. Dickerson has gotten back by Haley, sadly missing all that with so many battles going on. Looks like Haley must have went down with a 5.1 second gap. So the only good side is that we're not missing battles. So don't feel too bad about that. But when riders go down, not really much you can know what happened until you go back to it. So that's going to open up a gap on this lead once again. So Haley's still looking at your overall as well. They're going 1-2. If he holds on to this. And then Moxie and Gebhardt next in line. But yeah, crazy turnout. Looks like Dickerson had a fantastic ride here for first in the second moto, if he can hold on to this. So back there, Moxie up here. Lang, Mitchell, just going through a little bit, seeing if there's any other battles. Keeping an eye at the very top. Leak as well up here. Klein, French, and Janice. Could be a good battle. That is a lapper they're getting by. It's going to stick to the outside. Good job by the lapper, letting him by. Never give up, Tat. You got this. Warming back up. Janice right on the back of French. We raised over $2,000 for St. Jude. I think it was like $21.70, something like that. Hey, Eric, thanks, man. Appreciate that. That Houston race will go down in history for me. My first ever win. I'll take it. French is going to do his best to hold off Janice. This is a good battle here. Oh, Janice with a mistake. French got through that clean. So let's go back up front really quick. Dickerson still your leader. Haley, you can see in the background, not too far back. That's about a 5-second gap. Moxie Cotto is back. Gebhardt back on the back of Moxie, though. Let's see if he can catch up. We're at 24 minutes, let's say, out of a 30 plus 2. Once again, we went about 16 laps. Moto number 1, so we'll have to check that out again. And the pass Gebhardt makes on Moxie. Sorry, my wife had just texted me as I was keeping an eye on that. Just double check to make sure it wasn't anything important. Definitely have to text her back as soon as this moto is done. Actually, I'm going to grab a drink after this moto. My throat is already drying up. Joys of commentating 3 hours of the night. But hey, as long as you guys are here to hang out with us, that's all that matters. And Grant, by the way, yes, I've seen you a couple of times and I'm saying hello. Sorry about that. Just commentating mode. But either or. Thank you just everybody for being here. I do appreciate it. Sorry if I'm not chatting with you guys too much. Joys of commentating a pro event. We try to keep it pretty professional, but when we have little gaps like this, I don't mind saying hello to you guys. Not a whole lot going on right now. Just keeping an eye on these front riders. Seeing if any battles are coming, but going further back, we got French versus Janice again, but French making the mistake. Oh, here we go. Colby versus Phil Bull. Will I race pro this year? No, I will not. No, I got 5th at Hangtown, and that was the only AM race I raced. Who's Joseph? So it looks like Haley is starting to catch back on her leader. Might keep an eye on this, actually. He's hauling. PC specs, i7 4790K, 32 gigs of RAM, 980 Ti. Pretty much all you really need to know out of that. But as of right now, Dickerson holding off Haley as best as he can. Yeah, the trek is definitely rutting up. That is absolutely for sure. The E-Road today is pretty savage, but it's enjoyable to watch. Oh, and Haley goes down. So that's a bummer. Gebhardt gonna hold on, though. Gebhardt having a great ride here, going off track as I'm talking about him. He is just all over the place. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Never mind. The joys of not knowing you guys by real name half the time. I just know your name through either Steam or Twitch or something, or YouTube. It's like how nobody knows my real name. They just know me as Moto, so it works out. But either way, back out front, Haley, your leader, Dickerson, doing everything he can to catch him. Once again, sadly, no real battles has happened between these guys. Either one makes a mistake, the other gets by, and then right back over, just handing the lead back and forth. But, oh, and just like that, Haley with a slide out. I was hoping that would allow Dickerson to capitalize and actually battle, but not yet. YouTube Scott Sterling, and you'll know where the name comes from. Reno, just don't cry when you win a heat. But still, watching this lead out front, not too much racing left. 3 minutes plus 2. Like I said, about 16 laps. Man, Dickerson all over the back of Haley is making this lead battle very exciting if we can get them side by side once again. MXGP was attempted, but there wasn't enough sign-up, so they canceled it. This is getting so close. 2 down riders on the inside. So it'll be 3 laps left. With these two going at it, we actually have a battle for the lead with 3 laps to go. Oh, Dickerson doing everything he can to get into the inside. Yeah, the Scott Skirt, there's 2 of them, actually. There's the soccer one, is the old one, and the volleyball, which is the newer one. That one's hilarious. I like the volleyball one. But either or, this battle for the lead is warmed up greatly. Dickerson was actually go on board for a second and watch him chase him down. And that could be the pass. Nope, not yet. Also, in first person, kind of shows you how choppy the track really is. So crazy to watch the pros on board, because I only race first person, so I kind of imagine myself out there and see the lines they take and how quickly they can go through. Just crazy. Just crazy. Triv does. The only problem is that Killen doesn't stream at 900p and I do. I'm going to get him situated for his first week back. We talked about it. So his stream will look as good as mine. But either way, Haley, your leader is still Dickerson. Going back just a little bit. Gebhardt, Moxie, Mitchell, Ryan, Lang, Klein, Leak, Janice, French. So not a whole lot going on here. So keep an eye on this front battle just for now. Dickerson dropping back a little bit more and sadly sliding out. That was a big slide out. Sounds like he'd lose a lot of time there. Oh, another slide out in the background. Not sure who that was. But kind of keeping an eye on Klein, not because he's a friend of mine, but because he got second moto number 1. So 8th right now in the second moto. Just not exactly the fastest run he could be going, but at the same time, still a great ride. So Mitchell's still having a great ride, moto number 2 compared to his first one. He had a great, I mean, he still got a top 10 first moto. I think he actually got 5th, but had a couple mistakes coming back up and catching up. Right now, Ryan still holding off the lane, going back out front really quick just in case. Haley holding off Dickerson. A bit of a gap now, so not too much to watch there. Just checking through. Lap 14 of probably 16. Good battle here of Lang versus Ryan. Lang getting every bit he could scrub in there. He's going to jump the triple up, almost getting it. Not quite. Going to get close, but no cigar on the inside. Thought Ryan was making a mistake going way off track. Was that anybody important? That was Colton Mitchell down. So Mitchell with the mistake and allow Lang and Ryan to get by. Great battle here. Of course, this is now for 5th place, top 5. Whoa, they're getting close. Everything will still be in time for the week that they're raced. The only reason why we're doing this is it's a bye week. So since this is an actual off week of real life racing, we're doing it this week. Oh, Lang holding on. So back up front, Haley just double checking. Dickerson is down, so Gebhardt is now taken over second. Poor Dickerson having such a good ride, and that's also going to allow, look like, who was that by? No, that's a lapper. Okay. But yeah, Moxie. So this is changing up everything towards the final laps here. So Haley, your leader, Gebhardt, Moxie, Dickerson, Ryan. And once again, Lang all over Ryan for this is a battle for 5th once again. There's Mitchell that had gone down just a little bit ago and allowed these two by. Oh, Ryan diving into that rut. He's lucky he was there to catch him. Oh, Lang, you can see how eroded the track is. Just absolutely destroyed. Oh, and Devin Ryan goes down with the mistake. Lang's going to get by once again. Man, that's going to allow him to get by for 5th. So let's go back out front, double checking. Gebhardt, nothing really changing here. Not much left racing to go. So once again, looks like Haley is going to go 1-1 for the weekend. More than likely, of course, I'm counting that a little bit early, but just absolutely the man to beat, sitting at a 14, let's just say 15-second lead. Fast lap of a 2:11.3. So across the line here should be the final lap started. And of course, for anybody curious on how we know, there's very top right where it has lap 15 and it's green. That means it's green flag. So as it goes across the line here, that should show it white. White meaning final lap. So there we go. Just in case you guys at home are curious of what lap we're on and if it's the final lap or not, that's how you tell. So Gebhardt's still holding on a second. Dickerson down again, sadly. Here goes Lang. Lang having to slow up. Dickerson, nice scrub up the step up. Little slide out from him, going back out front just in case. Nope, Haley's still on lock. So it's about the best battle we have in this final lap here as we're going around counting down the last little bit of this race. And of course, the big boys are next, everybody. Should be excited. 450 Moto 1 will be right after this race is concluded after a short break. Sorry for being a little bit quiet here. Just enjoying a good battle as we're just sitting here watching for a minute. Haley, though, couple of sections left, so we'll come back to him. But this is definitely the battle to watch in the top 5. You going to split streams? Don't know. He didn't. No, we're not because he's out of town. No, we're not. Yeah, he just wanted me to do it all without a break. So we'll just do that this week. Yeah, we just gotta not separate it so that way it is guaranteed to upload correctly. And your winner here, Jack Haley, going 1-1 for the week. On the makeup race here for the 250 class, and landing on his head, sadly pulling a Magoo. Across the finish line. Gebhardt, man, what a ride for him. Getting all the way to second. Fantastic ride. Got to give him a lot of credit. Good ride for Gebhardt. Moxie is going to come through, more than likely third. Going back here, though, Dickerson, Lang got around him, of course, so it looks like Lang going to capitalize. Dickerson sadly dropping from first to fifth in the last 3 laps. Not at all how you want your weekend to go. Look at old man. He's just out there happy. And Moxie is going to come through. Great ride for him in third. Should put him for great points for the overall. Oh, and Dickerson is going to get Lang at the end here, so he's going to go to fourth, not fifth. Making sure that he doesn't get one more place down. Crazy ride for him, absolutely. Colt Mitchell is actually to get through. And that's going to allow, wow, Lang is going to get Ryan at the line. Cuts will come in on that one, that's for sure. Klein going 2-8. Leak is going to go ahead and take 9th here. Another top 10, great ride for him. And it looks like Colby will round out your top 10, lapping all the way up to 17th this race. And once again, going 16 laps, just like we did the first moto. And he's across for 10th. Is he going to land the fronty? He does, actually. Good job. So French is going to make it through. This will be for 11th, of course. And across, this is going to be for 13th. Oh, Mora, no, on the high side. I think he has enough space, though, that he might... Yeah, he's not going to lose a spot. So Mora's still going to take 14th. White is going to come across. And this is going to be for 15th. And last on the lead lap is 16th. Everybody after 24th place is left, so let's double check. Oh, my new cuts are going to come in. So Haley's going to take the win. Gebhardt, Moxie, and then, wow, it's a huge cut. Wow, okay. 4th is going to be T-Lang. 5th is going to be Mitchell. 6th is going to be Dickerson. Oh, I couldn't even go through the rest of it. But yeah, there's a lot of cuts there. A lot of cuts. All right, so we're going to get ready and do a UID pull here in a second for 450 class. I would take a lap around the track, but you don't want to see how bad I am. So we're just going to wait here as we look at Damon, which is doing the hosting tonight. Thanks again to him. But good luck to Ted in our chat. Everybody's calling him out, so. But up next here will be 450, Moto number 1. So we're getting ready. Let me go grab a drink. Be right back, guys. Give me just 1 second. I will be right back. Stream isn't going anywhere, so don't you leave. Kellen will be mad at you. I'll let him know. All right, so I am back. Looks like we lost 20 of you. I swear I'll put in all those names to Kellen when he gets back. I'm totally kidding. All right, so let's chat about this. What do you guys think about the 450 class coming up? Who do you expect to see win? Who is your expected top 10s? Who do you think will have a great ride? Just curious on, what do you guys think of this upcoming 450 round? And as I sip on some wine, we'll be ready to go. All right, there we go. I was going to say, we should have UID grabs here in just 1 second. Have the 450 bikes line up on the gate for the first time today. Once again, for anybody joining us, this is the redo of the Hangtown area. I am Motoagogo, by the way, for anybody here just now joining us. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Looks like, oh, actually, we're doing a Consi race. Excited to see this going for it. So it looks like quickly, a one lap warm up, make sure everybody is set and good to go. And then we're going to have, of course, a quick LCQ pretty much, which is, top 4 will make it in. As your first live stream, we'll welcome on in. Usually Kellen will be your broadcaster. I am filling in for him this weekend. To anybody wondering, Kellen is getting married. He's actually on his honeymoon and everything else. So they're in the Bahamas. Having a great old time, drinking some Bahama Mamas and soaking up the rays on this beach, I hope at least. But so I am Motoagogo. I'm here to fill in. I don't ever really like to do this. He asked me to self-promote a couple times if I wanted to. If you guys enjoy the content tonight and you guys are into this kind of stuff, check out my Twitch. It is Motoagogo on Twitch. I have 3,200 followers, so trust me, I'm not a noob streamer by any means. Been doing this for over 3 years and enjoy filling in whenever Kellen asks me to. So here to be a part of it. And also on YouTube, if you guys want to check it out, Motoagogo 13. So we'll see... We'll see you guys over there if you guys do enjoy it. And at the same time, don't forget, you guys be sure to follow, like, and everything else this video here today. Let Kellen know. Be like, hey, Moto did a decent job while you were gone. So, either or. We're just here to hang out, have a good time, watch some great racing here tonight. Once again, Hangtown being a recap. Hangtown, the first attempt for being the first round of the year. We had some issues with the servers. And looks like we're rerunning it tonight since it is a bye week. So, just waiting on this restart. Should happen any second. Pilsner is looking pretty good out there. Let's see who else we got in here. We got Wells, Fowler, Fry, Gable, Gazowski, and Hockey, it looks like. So, that looks like that's going to be the group for today. Nice to meet you too, Evan. Appreciate it. But of course, this is just a quick one lap, as you guys can see at the top right, in case you're very curious about how we know this. When it's a white box around the lap, don't forget that is going to... We're only trying to help. Don't know what you're meaning. Sorry. I guess you try to post a link, so that'll happen. Yep, exactly. Yeah, so this is just a good warm-up. Yeah, it's parade lap. Yep. All right, here we go. Now the actual start here. Just 1 second. And again, thank you to everybody joining us here on both YouTube and Twitch. We have 100 viewers in total here tonight. I thank you guys so much for being here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you might have had a period somewhere weird or something. So let's keep an eye on Pilsner. Friend of ours in chat here tonight. Everybody's rooting him on. So let's see what's going on here at the gate drop. The first 450 moto race here. So this is the Consi. Of course, only top 4 make it in. Exciting to go. And here we go, racing. As JLV moonwalks across, drops the gate. I don't even know where he puts it. I don't want to know. Bulls are not going to have the best start here, but of course, got some time. This looks like Cooper is going to take over the lead here. Gazowski, Wells, and Pilsner, your top 4. Very early, of course. Just letting you guys know where the start group is and who they are. And once again, this is a pretty interesting battle. Just like in Supercross, only the top 4 will make it in here. Shaheen's back here in hockey, so just checking to see who is out right now. So Pilsner being on the bubble. He's going to have to watch out for Shaheen. Shaheen getting a little squirrely there. Fowler right behind. Oh, Pilsner being smart. It's one thing you always got to worry about. It's not about the fact that you got to make it in. It's the fact that people are going to race you this entire race, even if you guys are in placement, of course. But, of course, being an LCQ, you need to get a top 4. So Gazowski going to go back to... Oh, and then that's going to be Wells going down. Definitely
You gotta put him out of a chance for the LCQ as of right now. Oh, and Gazowski also just ballerina, just spinning down the braking bumps there. So it looks like Hockey is now your bubble. Dang, Vengeful has a great link or a great list of riders. That's definitely a top 10 if I ever saw one. Sky in the triple, all of them make it looks like. I think this is an 8-minute, if I remember right. I might be wrong. So right now, your leader, though, Jeff Cooper, doing what he can. Pilsner holding on to second. Shaheen sliding out in third. Does he collect? He does collect Hockey. So Fowler is up here now. Who's going to be next? Shaheen, no. Trying to see who this is, and he gets connected again. Hockey goes off track. Wells is going to get by. You have Shaheen here, so is Wells your bubble? Wells is your bubble. And of course, you guys are curious about placement. If I'm not on them, look across the top of the screen. It'll give you a timing and a name and placement, of course. So everything you guys need. If you're not seeing it on my screen, it's probably up top. Shaheen's going to do everything he can. He's going to get by and take away the bubble back. Shaheen going way wide on the first corner. It's going to allow Wells to get right back by. And again, this is for the final transfer spot of this LCQ. Oh, and he dinks him in the head. Freaking Chuck Norris roundhouse kick right to the head. But he holds on somehow. I don't even know how honestly he held on to that at all. And now we got Gable right here behind as well. So Shaheen is doing as much as he can to catch up with. Oh, and then Wells legs off in the corner. I'm not sure if he connected with somebody or what happened there. That was an interesting legs off. Just throwing a little freestyle in the corner, Supermaning into the corner. You know, it's not the best idea for racing, but hey, you do what you do. So right now, let's go run down to the top 4. Oh, Cooper, I thought was going over the bars. Fowler second, Pilsner third, and Shaheen fourth. There's fifth, Gable right there. Checkers hasn't gotten a hold of me yet. But if he stops by tonight, I'll definitely let him in. I'll be glad to commentate with him. Actually, I haven't checked my Discord. I'll do that right after this race, because if I click off the screen, then it automatically freezes everything for you guys, and yada yada this and that. Speaking of freezing and everything else, how is the quality looking tonight, guys? Is the resolution good? Is audio good? Is my voice sexy and radio AM DJ enough for you guys tonight? Either way, I'm just having fun. Being a con we get to be a little bit more relaxed, just have some fun, watch some battling, watch some bar banging, hopefully. LCQs. Oh, and speaking of barbing, not quite a battle, but Hockey and Shaheen are down, so that's going to give the front two guys a little bit more of a space here. And Shaheen. I'm sorry, I can't. That totally looks like something I would have done in AMS. I'm sorry. That was just funny. I don't mean to laugh at you if you watch this back later. That was just funny. So right now, still Cooper, Fowler, Pilsner, and Gable. Gable now your bubble rider. Not how you take the run at all, but hey, at least he didn't go down. Josh, honestly, the whole thing about that is it's only because he streams at 720 and I stream at 900. So the second he gets back home, I'm going to adjust his OBS for him and we'll get him up to this quality. Or maybe I won't tell him. Maybe they'll just give me that advantage over the two. So, do Golden Guy voice? I sadly don't even know what that is. I sadly don't know what that is. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for letting me know. And like I said, during an LCQ, we got a little more time to chat with you guys and just kind of joke around a little bit and just have some fun before the professional 450 bangers come out, like Leclerc and, you know, anybody, Seabolt, Chapman, just any of the crazy fast guys. I wouldn't be able to look at it. That's the only downside. Because like I said, the second I click off of the game, it'll freeze up. But either or, just keeping an eye on this. Lap 3 so far. I think we're going to go 4 or 5. I want to say 5 laps. So, like the radio voice, dude. Maybe we'll do it in the pro class. Because this is not exciting. We could do it here, I guess. Is Yankees actually playing today? I didn't see who was actually playing today. Speaking of that, I actually got to play some MLB The Show after all this. I'm not even kidding. I was thinking about seeing if Kellen knows about NDI setups for OBS. NDI. I honestly don't even know what that is. So going through as well back here to Gable. Still your bubble. Shaheen pretty far back, so it looks like he's definitely going to hold on here. So what's my thoughts on Thunder Valley IRL? Great racing, honestly. I loved watching it. It was a great battle for a while, too. You know, just a weekend just with solid racing all the way around, which is fun. I hate the races where somebody will take off for a mile and then nobody catches them, you know what I mean? So those are the boring ones. Even if Tomac wins, which you're excited that Tomac won, but just, you know, you don't want to see somebody win by an hour, you know what I mean? Like, you want to see battling all the way to the end, and that's why I liked this weekend. It was pretty good, so either way. Right now, Gable's still on the bubble. Keeping an eye on what's going on. Oh yeah, I forgot this track has my face on it. I forgot about that. Somewhere on here. Justin and Joey, that was interesting. Watching Savachi have his bike die, that was pretty disappointing. I don't know. It was interesting. Bummer that Osborne is out now, though. That's really disappointing. Out with surgery. That really sucks. I need to check that out, then, Shiny. I need to check that out. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. Dual streaming PC. I got you. Dual PC streaming. I mean, Gable goes down. Shaheen is not going to be close enough to capitalize on that at all. So this pretty much guaranteed this top 4 set. So Cooper's pretty much got this win locked up. Fowler, Pilsner, and Gable. I mean, Shaheen, he would have to make another big mistake, but that is definitely going to just have that gap going. What was the new guy's name? Cooper, right? That did really well this weekend. Crazy to see him just come out of nowhere. Like, I did not expect Cooper at all to be as good as he was. I mean, he's how old now? Like 17, I think? 16? Kid's young and really, really good. So Gable still on the bubble. So just waiting across. But Jeff Cooper, your leader, gonna win Moto Moto. Consi here for the 450 class. Fowler is gonna take second. Looks like Pilsner is gonna get third unless he gets him here. Justin Cooper is 20. Okay. He looks like a little kid. Like, not in a bad way at all. He just looks a lot younger than he is, apparently. And Pilsner is gonna cross. Okay, I got you, Shawnee. See, I want to do that. I've got a capture card already. I've got the HD 60S, and I really would like to get it going. Yeah, that's right. He's the younger one. That's right. Good job to Gable. All 4 of them are going to make it into the mains, or the motos here tonight. Yeah, sorry, guys. Sorry, I didn't know. I thought he was younger. My bad. He just seems really young. Hockey throwing some dirty oppos for the hell of it. Why not? He's at least going to finish his race here in 16th. Good on him. Dude, Hockey just throwing it everywhere. Just the backflip down. Hockey just having a blast. He knows he's going to be on cam. Throwing it around, having fun. Good job, Teat. Mom Spaghetti, man. Good job. And Hockey high-siding it. Fry out, Gazowski, Wells, everybody else. I'm sitting in the gate. Look at how beautiful that gear is. Ugh. Stunning. But either way. So Gable's having fun still. Shaheen's made it across. So that's going to be your top 4, by the way. Cooper, Fowler, Pilsner, and Gable. Even with cuts, definitely making it through. So either or. And up next, of course, will be Moto number 1 of the 450 class. Hope you guys are excited. I know I am. So don't forget, this was just a consi really quick. So what font do I use for gear? I don't know. I actually don't. I don't make gear. I don't know. I honestly really do not know. Gable launching the wall in the background. I love doing that. That's the best part about this track. Like, especially if you've had a bad run, just throw it absolutely upside down and dirty. It's the best way to go. So here we go, guys. Getting ready. It should be Moto number 1. for the 450 class. Exciting stuff. Very, very excited, honestly. 250s today was already good. 450s, I can't wait. We might have to do a restart before they get going. That's fine because we got a warm-up lap coming first, so we should be good to go right when we're started. And again, thank you guys for all being here on Start Your Systems. I am Motoagogo. I'm not Kellen. I do apologize for that. Kellen is out of town for anybody just now joining us for the 450 races. He is out of town. He is actually in the Bahamas enjoying a honeymoon and a wedding. So congrats to him. Fantastic time for them and their family, and I am here to cover. So we're doing this here tonight for Hangtown, a recap of the first race of the year that sadly fell apart because of servers, and then I'll be back here again next week for High Point for the official race. So that should be a lot of fun. Sure. Checkers, 1 second. Checkers. I don't have you as a friend. Hold on. I do have his. Oh, fuck. Hold
Well, hello there.
Hello there, sir. How are you tonight?
I guess I made it in time for some 450 motos, and I bet you want to co-host.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm really quickly reconnecting just because, you know, how it is with a first lineup with a new set, but we are good to go for 450s in this parade lap.
Wonderful.
We had some great 250 racing here tonight. Haley going 1-1, absolutely dominating this weekend. And, stretching as we're getting ready. Sadly, Klein couldn't back up as Moto 1 second. We got 8th Moto number 2, so that held him back a little bit. And then Chapman going, I want to say 5-5, so having a pretty good weekend for him.
Right on. Well, I guess it's warm-up lap time right now?
Yes, sir.
450s?
Parade lap. Yes, sir. Getting ready to go for the first Moto tonight. Very excited. Also, let me know in chat, by the way, if Checkers is too loud or just right. Let me know, guys. But keep going, sorry.
Usually this is the time where Kellen and I would do the versuspc.com one to watch. Are you down with that?
Sure, always down to... Yeah, what is your choice for here tonight?
Oh, I'm flipping through the field right meow.
I will do the same as well.
I'm going to pick...
How about let's throw away the given? Let's throw away the given of pretty much the guaranteed what we've seen this season win. Let's go a little bit underdog-ish.
Well, I usually try to pick someone that'll be between 10 and 20, and then they'll either do really good or really bad, it seems.
Of course.
Now I'm going to pick Logan Leitzel on the number 45 for versuspc.com one to watch. He's had some good motos and run up front a little bit this year, but I want to see what he can do.
I'm going to quickly throw Holm. He's been doing well. He hasn't really been the one winning yet, too much. Like, he's definitely been through some good battles, but I don't know. I see him having a good weekend this weekend, so we'll see. And as we're getting ready to go off the start, let's get going Chapman off the start here as we get ready for the first gate drop of the night for 450 class.
Holm is he's the consistent guy right now.
For sure.
But he needs to find a little bit of that magic speed to keep up with Mr. Chapman, and looks like Mr. Leclerc lined up right inside of him.
Should be interesting. So here we go. Gate drop here at Hangtown 450s Moto number 1.
Oh, Leclerc got the front end up. Holm with a good start. And Roy Mitchell has it, washes out, gets put down on the ground, and it's Adam Holm.
Yeah, Holm is going to take the holy as we go around the first corner with Chapman right behind Armstrong, Pearson, and Cunningham. Of course, a huge pack
Pearson
of riders.
Gets down. Oh, along with Leitzel actually went down as well, unfortunately for those guys. But Adam Holm, Russ Chapman going to try to take off. James Armstrong going to try to give chase. Armstrong has been in the LCDQ, I think, the other 2 rounds this year. I believe both of them. I know he definitely was last week. And barely made the motos, if I recall. So maybe just not putting the time in. Maybe he's put some time into Hangtown, and he's going to return to his old form as he's driving up the inside on Chapman. And looks like heavy hitter Jeremy Siebel also off to a good start.
Yeah, Siebel was going to be my next in line pick if I didn't choose Holm. Siebel, always somebody that just seems to just show up and just make work. But at the same time, as you say with Armstrong, surprising to see this year after such a solid performance in Supercross. Of course, motocross being a different beast, just expected a little bit more out of him. And as the pass, nope, not quite going to make it stick for the lead here. Chapman, of course, with the red plate, as you guys can see, being the true dominance in the 450 class so far.
without a doubt, although he did get absolutely dominated at Thunder Valley Moto 2 by a minute,
Yeah.
over a minute from Leclerc.
Ooh.
I think the key here for Adam Holm is to stay up in front of Chapman and try to force him into a mistake to get by him. Chapman actually doesn't get the Race Tech 150. Holm cases it's going to leave the door open, but Armstrong going to try to go by both of them.
Yeah, Siebel also not able to make it. He had a cut across by Armstrong and didn't have the drive. He had to back off and had to go scrub double single. Right now, great racing with this front four pack. They've already separated. Oh, and into the SpongeBob goes Armstrong. Doesn't go legs off, but definitely stood him up.
Don't count out Race Carlin in the mix here. The Z General up in 5th.
Yeah, old...
And Jeff Cooper just came out of that LCQ, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Running in 6th. Good start for Cooper, but the battle is on at the front.
Yeah, great racing up here. Keeping an eye on this for everybody watching, for sure. And again, thank you to everybody watching. Over 100 viewers between the two channels. Thank you all so much for being here on YouTube and Twitch. Do appreciate you guys all being here.
Chapman trying to set up a move, but can't leave the door open. Siebel is right there. Three-rider freight train starting to separate themselves a little bit as Chapman's looking up the inside. Not going to be able to make it happen now. Siebel slingshot in the outside.
I mean, all three of these guys, class riders, and great to see them all battling together. It's just, it's always amazing the pro class, especially racing AMs, of how much I get into other riders just by just dumb mistakes. And you watch pro and just love the battles that they could go just bar to bar and still keep it clean.
Oh, Chapman trying to slingshot the outside. Nice line there. Just got closed off on the exit by Holm, but showing him the wheel, keeping the pressure on. Now he's going to try to slingshot
outside
again. Siebel going to try to use that inside. Inside not quite developed enough yet. Outside still maybe a little bit faster for a lap or two, potentially. Siebel, nice run, as does Chapman. I don't even know how you can cover these three guys with anything but a blanket.
As somebody just said in chat also, as I just am noticing up top, Leclerc 36th as of right now. Not a great start for him.
Definitely don't want to take our eyes off this lead battle. Every time it looks like someone's going to make a move, another guy's rebellious, and there goes Chapman going big, and then Holm right back to the inside. Yeah. I think Chapman thought, oh, I'm home free. I nailed that perfect line, but Holm heads up racing, slides right back in front of him.
Yeah, Holm absolutely holding on to that. And as you say, and there's the pass.
Got it now.
Yep. The mistake is that could allow. No, Siebel gets up a little bit, but not enough. And that's going to make Holm now part of the, the meat of the sandwich here.
So can Holm keep the pace? Can he find an opening to come back on him? Does he try to follow the lines, or does Siebel move around him as well? Siebel goes by.
Yep. See if he'll make it stick, though, because he doesn't have the inside. He is going to cut him off there. Oh, slides in the half pipe.
These guys actually closed the gap back up a little bit on Chapman for a moment there. Just a little bit of a yo-yo effect. Now Chapman's starting to disappear just a little bit out of the shot into the distance.
Crazy that almost 5 minutes into this race, we still have a battle for the lead. This is the type of racing I love about pros. As we talked about earlier, there's Race Carlin coming up behind. There's Armstrong, Blakely, Cooper, Lee, Simos, and St. Laurent. We'll go back through that, of course, at halfway.
Yeah, that is our top 10, and they're all still pretty close together, honestly. Not far out of this thing as we are on to lap number 3, so it seems like a lot of action already in the first couple laps.
Chapman just absolutely just the man to beat, just he had a rough second moto the last round, but just overall, just hands down one of the fastest and best guys you could see in sim as of right now.
Update on our championship contender, Alexis Leclerc. He's up to the 21 spot right now, so a lot of moto left to go and already getting close to scoring points. So after the rides he's had thus far this year, as he's actually just passing into the points, I would expect him to be able to come up through the pack quite well and salvage some good points in this moto, just because it seems like thus far him and Chapman have had the number on everyone else.
Yeah, definitely with his speed, and if he could get through the pack, I could easily see a top 10, possibly a top 5 with this much time left. We shall see with how fast Leclerc is going today. Oh, and down goes Chapman. No legs off, though. That's going to allow Holm to get by. Siebel right on the back of Chapman. So once again, a pass for this front 3 group. And the backflip from Holm showing off for the fans. Gotta love it.
Boy, Tom.
Casing hard, but making it through. Great battle, though. Love watching this. Chapman with the red plate, of course. Did not expect the
Surprised to see
backflip.
that from Holm.
Yeah,
That's not
I
something
didn't.
that I see on him. Usually he's the smaller.
and
Oh,
down
Siebold clips
Siebold.
the back.
Let's see. Carlin's going to get by Armstrong. And that's about it. Yep, he's going to get back up and get back into line. So back at this battle up front again, Chapman versus Holm.
Chapman going aggressive down the inside. Gonna back out of it. Holm closes the door.
Yeah, those braking bumps you guys made right before that corner are rough that you, even in the early laps, got to be really careful of charging into them.
I tell you what, everywhere that Chapman goes, Holmes had an answer for pretty much.
Yep.
Besides that one slip up that allowed Chapman to get around initially, it's not going to be an easy pass for Chapman.
Not only that,
Chapman trying to
but
make
watching
inside
Holm quite
right
often
there.
on a stream, probably on a stream right now, just laughing about this, not caring, no palm sweating or anything. Holm just always seems like the most laid back, relaxed guy watching him battle for stuff like this.
I think it's both a benefit and a mistake for him, and still going to be able to close the door for now. He's going to hold it.
Yeah, great pass there. Chapman doing the best he can to keep up.
I was going to say that benefits him, but I also think it hurts him. It helps him be consistently on the podium. They split lines yet again. The track racing really well right now. Couple lines forming up before the rough and the oversized ruts start to really
The
develop,
250 E-Road today was nasty, so I'm excited to see what 450 looks like. It got ruts about size and a half of some riders in some corners.
Yeah, unfortunately, this was the round number 1, so we've learned a little bit since this.
Of course. And of course, not
trying to
calling you
finish
guys out at all. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I totally
Oh,
understand. Chapman's going to go off the bike and down. Is that going to allow Race Collin to move into the second spot?
It is, yep.
Making it an MV Films 1-2 at the moment. How about that?
Crazy.
Trying to finish my point on Chapman, but all this action, Holm, but all this action keeps happening is he is so mellow, but part of that I think is he's just excited to be up in the mix, and he doesn't put the pressure on himself to win.
For sure.
But I think that sometimes that little edge that he needs is he just caught the edge of a SpongeBob going up that hill. Is maybe that little lack of cockiness that you almost have to be the best guy.
True, I can
a
see
little
that.
confidence and edge, but I do think it'd only take a couple wins, even if it's just motos, and I think he would potentially start to believe in himself maybe a little bit more. So Holm leads him around one more time. We're 9 minutes into this moto. Still 2/3 of the way plus 2 laps to go.
None of that, but
Race Carlin, his teammate, into seconds. A general who barely raced with us at all last year. Spends a lot of time working on these tracks, making them look good. Not all that much time playing, and he is running out there with the best of them. James Armstrong, a great ride on the number 33 Mad Cape machine, giving chase right with Carlin. And then we find Rush
Carlin
Chapman
down.
Carlin's down, so he's going to drop a couple spots. If you go back to 5th, you see Jeremy Siebold, who's remounted and re-going here on the whip style machine. I think that's a new team for him. Chase Blakely on the 13 BPC ride comes around in 6th. William St. Laurent, another Mad Cape rider, up in 7th.
Oh, and Chapman goes down, battling well with Armstrong. That's going to allow Carlin to get back by again. Will it allow Siebold? It does.
All right, and finish out the rest of the top 10. We find Jeff Cooper in 8th. Cameron Lee, another Mad Cape rider, up in 9th. And the locomotive, Peter Like, on the Art Racecraft decals, number 73, rounds out your top 10 positions. And I'm going to go ahead and look on back. Found Leclerc in 14th position right now. He's got a couple right in front of him.
Carlin slides out, which then ends up taking Siebold out, jumping over him, sadly. So that allows Blakely to get up in this battle now. But now Carlin has Chapman all over him. And of course, once again, here comes Blakely in the background just going, you know what, you don't mind if I join this party of a battle? I think I will. It's like tequila at the end of a good night that's just going to ruin everything.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep you guys updated on the Leclerc stats. Of course, you can look at the scroll across the top of your screen. He is up to 12th, putting some heavy pressure on Eduardo Simos right now. But Leclerc, not even halfway through the moto, is already almost to a top 10 position. So definitely salvaging points very well for the time being.
Come back out front, Holmes sitting at a 7-second lead, and then 8 seconds up over Chapman is Armstrong. So just to give it an idea of this top 5, how much they've spread out already after just having a 5-way battle.
I don't think that Holm would be too concerned necessarily about James Armstrong, although Armstrong's resume is great. It hasn't been as great thus far this year as Chapman, but 15 seconds over him. And I think that's the important number, actually 17 seconds now. So Adam Holm laying wood right now. The track's starting to definitely get rough and choppy. Battle is on for 4th spot if you want to check out Chase Blakely chasing down
Yep.
Race Carlin.
Yeah, that's actually where we've been keeping an eye on. Great battle here. I mean, anything that's top 5 has been fantastic. With, I mean, out of nowhere coming up, Blakely making a charge on Carlin is pretty interesting.
If you think back a year ago, Blakely was super inconsistent, but he actually had, I think he had some moto wins. I know he definitely had some podiums, but I'm pretty sure he maybe even had an overall win a year ago. So Blakely, no slouch by any means on the outdoor tracks.
Been having some fun with chat a little bit tonight, off and on, when things aren't too tight. So quickly, an interesting question was asked in chat. It says, do teams actually do anything for the riders? Do they pay entry fees, practice together, no real benefits? A lot of teams, depending on how social they are with each other, a lot of teams do practice together quite often. Teams, a lot of times, will cover their riders' entrance fees depending on the team and how big they're. Some teams even actually pay their riders depending on how well they did in the premier, super pro good guy classes, pretty much, in the team. So there's definitely some benefit, while other teams are just a team. So for sure.
Oh, and a lot of it too is it's a pay-to-play situation with a lot of skins, bike models, that sort of
That's a
things.
big part too. Yep.
So it's not necessarily performance equipment, but it's visual and what guys want to look like. And probably the key that actually does relate to performance is a lot of times somebody on your team will be a spotter for you on the track, kind of give you a heads up if someone's down in front of you in a certain area.
For sure, as well as setups too. You might have a guy in your team that's just amazing at setups and doesn't share it with anybody else except for you guys, and now you guys have a really nice setup for this weekend. And setups mean a lot in outdoors, so that's a major step as well. But
yeah, I mean, definitely there is some private content and stuff shared as like practice tracks, that side of things. As between some teams, depends on what talents that they have on board, if they have a track creator and stuff like that, or someone that's good at making setups, skins, models, all that stuff.
And you're talking about with skins too. I mean, skins are expensive. A lot of people
Chase Blakely hits the deck, so that's going to end that battle. But check out back in 7th place, who you see is the number 7.
Wow, we were talking about him earlier, possibly getting a top 10, maybe top 5. We're not even halfway through, and he's already into the top 10. So just absolutely.
Let's take a look
rails.
at lap times as Leclerc comes across the line. He runs a 2:12.1, 2:11 fast lap. Back out front, 2:10 fast lap, 2:13 last time around for Adam Holm. Armstrong under some pressure here from Chapman as they're going by a lap rider up the uphill. Chapman trying to close that gap. He has a 2:08.1 fast lap, so Chapman definitely dropping the hammer.
2:08 is flying, especially at race pace, and without even having the ruts really filled in or anything. Maybe a 2:06 later. We'll see. I'm just curious on what he's going to run. Carlin's still having a fantastic ride. As you were saying, we don't really not used to being out there racing, but absolutely showing that he can keep up.
Yeah, when he shows up, he's a podium contender anytime he shows up. I almost feel like he does better now that he's not focused on being a racer as much as he is just having fun racing when he can.
Oh, for sure. And also, if you guys ever want to check him out, he actually streams and building tracks and working on stuff. Well, I guess, building tracks works. But you can check him out at Wastecar, as funny as that is, on Twitch, if you guys ever want to check him out.
Wacekar,
Yep,
I believe is how he spells
it. And of course, you stream all the time, Checkers, which anybody else wants to see more track building. Checkers448, correct, is your Twitch handle, pretty sure?
Yeah, Checkers with a Z448. Sometimes I throw it up there.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out if you guys are ever curious about how these tracks are made and the amount of work that goes into them. And yeah,
big mistake for Armstrong, and Chapman almost gets into him. Luckily, neither one of them fall off the bike.
Yeah, just got stood up for a second. Yep.
Allow Chapman to slide in like he used a little lube action right on by.
Oh, little mistake again from Armstrong in that inside rut. That inside rut, honestly, even in the AMS race when I was trying to get into it, I could never have it figured out quite right. And you see some people taking it way too high on the half pipe, and you see others getting chopped through it like just now. But if you can hit it clean, it's definitely the faster line.
Check back to the 4-5 battle. Siebold has closed the gap on Carlin, and that battle is on, and then Siebold makes a mistake.
Commentator's curse, too heavy. Couldn't handle the pressure, and then there's Leclerc.
Carlin now makes the mistake, so now the battle will be on.
Yeah, definitely,
Siebold
especially
might
over that
actually be able to
jump.
get the spot because he's going to carry so much momentum. He's going to bring him right to the back wheel. Siebel definitely carrying a lot of speed. A mistake from Carlin. He's able to slide back in the track. No harm, no foul. Now he's going to get out of the rough line,
Blocked
put
the
Siebel over the
line.
berm.
Yep.
Those guys, I believe, are in a chat together right now as well. So nothing intentional there. Maybe there's a little screaming going on.
I was going to say
at the
probably
moment.
screaming from Seabolt there for a second, but but there goes Leclerc
Yeah,
making
Seabolt's
another spot.
pretty chill about this stuff as well.
Oh, for sure.
Update on the gap for the lead is 10 seconds. So we'll keep an eye on that as Chapman actually makes a mistake at the top of the hill as I was checking on his progress. And we just hit the halfway point, so let's do one of those top 10 rundowns brought to you by, let's bring this one by twitch.tv/Motoagogo, the other guy in the booth.
Appreciate
Check him
you.
out for some sim gaming and some other random stuff, and sometimes my favorite when Moto gets raged out trying to qualify. It's always fun to watch.
I saw you there lurking not too long ago. Hopefully you saw my qualify. Oh, and as we're talking, Seabolt goes legs off. Allow Leclerc to get by. Leclerc with another spot. That gets him up into the top 5. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and give our top 10 rundown before things get even more nasty out here.
Starting it off in the lead, 10.6 seconds out front. MV Films rider number 27, Adam Holm, as he sneaks by a lapper, made me a little nervous there. Running in the second spot, completely off the track. Definitely going to get some cuts from that, so we might have to pay attention to that later in the race. The 29 of Rush Chapman running in the third spot. The 33 Mad Cape ride, best performance thus far this year for James Armstrong. Back and forth, it's the General, another MV Films rider. This one, Race Carlin on the number 12. And then up to the top 5 already halfway through the moto. It's Alexis Leclerc, Art Racecraft decals. 210.4 last time around, and I bet he's trying to drop the hammer even more. Maybe looking for a podium, salvaging the points. Drop back another spot, making a little mistake. It's Chase Blakely on the BPC number 13. Nice performance from Kevin Ferzaka, Relax Attire number 32. Running in the 7th spot. Back in 8th, William St. Laurent, Team Mad Cape number 36, coming down into the half pipe, looking good. Nice ride for Joseph Pilsner, Ride Life number 276, looking to put a top 10 moto in here and get rid of one of those digits on his number plate for next year. And Reed Big Line Barb riding for Prestige Worldwide. Reed Young number 54 rounds out your top 10. That's been the Motoagogo, twitch.tv/Motoagogo top 10 rundown here just past the halfway point at Hangtown.
Great rundown once again. As always, checkers, thank you for that and hanging out with us tonight during the 450 racing. Just looking around a little bit, looks like no real battles are going on in this top 10 except for if we go back to Pilsner, which actually got third in his LCQ. Oh, and right in front of him, sliding out, that was St. Laurent. Yeah, so Young's going to get by as well. So Pilsner, great ride for him. And he was actually in chat earlier saying, I don't even know if I want to race today, not a fan of Hangtown. He's rocking a top 10, so let's give Pilsner a little bit of credit here after rocking an LCQ. Great ride for him tonight. The Young and St. Laurent. This is, like I said, the best battle we have in the top 10 right now.
Then update on Seabolt, he had dropped back to 12th last time I checked. Yes, that's where he's running. So Seabolt wheels have come off a little bit after that collision with Carlin.
Pass by Pilsner by, who is this? That is Young. Getting Young right back, actually.
I just saw James Armstrong go down. That's going to allow Race Carlin to move up into the 3 spot. Couple lappers in the area. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I just saw a flipping bike from Armstrong, but that allows Leclerc right to his back door, so Leclerc has a podium within sight.
And we're just over halfway. We still got 10 minutes plus 2. Just absolutely on rails today. Leclerc, the man. Actually, I'm going to go on board for a minute with Leclerc. I want to watch him ride.
Absolutely, as he's working on James Armstrong right now. This is what you would call a championship performance right here for Leclerc. On a rough day, bad start, coming through, salvaging points, keeping it together, eliminating the big mistake. Very patient right there to tuck in behind Armstrong, get set in that rut, and then get on the gas. He's looking inside, aggressive. Typical Leclerc aggression.
Yeah,
time and time
Armstrong
again, you watch
down.
Leclerc, and you know what? He comes out on top of those. I don't know if he has like teammates that he goes in servers and practices with, just punting them out of the way because he's so good at it. It's an art form for him. And I tell you what, I say it every week, it seems like on the stream. When you have Leclerc and you're racing with him, you have to be ready for it.
Yep.
But I tell you what, he's like a ninja. He just sneaks up on you when you're not expecting it. You think you close the door and he finds an opening and puts his bike there accelerates through it, sends you off the racetrack, catches you by
Oh,
surprise.
Chapman goes legs off as we check on him really quick in second as he's going down the hill in those braking bumps. So he was catching up quite a bit. I don't think. Do you have a YouTube as well, Checkers, or is it just your Twitch?
No, I do not have a YouTube.
Okay, guys. Yeah, just on Twitch, Checkers448. And don't forget with the Z and everything. Yep. Someone was asking in chat really quick. Just want to be sure to give you true credit. So either way, which, like I said, I enjoy watching. I stop by quite often. So. But Leclerc,
I try to have fun. Show you guys the tracks usually as they're coming up. That's probably the coolest part if you place him is see the track before it comes out. As Leclerc is now closing on Race Carlin, he is just so calculated.
Yeah, Leclerc just, started as far back as I saw as 36th and just all the way up to top 5 and knocking on podium. It's just crazy, and we still have time.
Update on the gap to the lead. It is 14 seconds.
I'm surprised it's that close, honestly.
Possible
with Chapman going down. Sorry, go ahead.
It's pretty
unlikely.
unlikely.
Down.
Well, that's going to make it even more unlikely. I was just looking at the gap from Leclerc and Chapman, the guys leading the championship right now, and it was at 20-ish seconds. And I was just curious if Chapman had a chance to get caught by Leclerc, but I don't think so. And that fall off's going to make it even more difficult here as we're 22 minutes into the moto. And Leclerc actually dropped the spot to Carlin, who's now on the ground, though. So
and
Leclerc going to go right back to a podium spot once again.
There he goes. Quick question in chat while you guys are talking about that. What is your real beef with Twitch? Not in a hateful way, I'm just curious. I always stream on Twitch myself. I've just started YouTube. So out of all you guys that are saying you hate Twitch, out of curiosity, let me know in chat why you don't like it. I'm just curious. But as we get back to the racing still, just looking through, not a whole lot going on. Carlin is close to the back. Armstrong is actually pretty close to Carlin as well. That's about the best we've got going in this top group.
Lappers galore for your top two guys, too. It's going to fluctuate the lead gap. We'll see who's able to benefit from the lappers.
Oh, home with the mistake out front. He's going to get going again into some lappers. He doesn't get connected with him, though. As you just said that, let's see if Chapman can make it through as gently as well. They have lappers everywhere, just still battling in their own battle with a leader right there behind. Oh, cutting across him on the wall.
Siebold, actually, that right now is trying to get lapped. Siebold, of course, running up in a battle earlier with Chapman, but that was for position as Siebold goes down. That's also the Gravedigger, Luke Heberlein, and Austin Bear, the lappers that we were just seeing on screen.
Sad to see Siebold drop so far back, 25th. Now probably 28th with that accident. The gap between Chapman and Holm is huge, but as we were saying, just curious to see how they're going through the lappers, and it looks like both got through fairly reasonably well.
24.5 minutes into the moto, the time's ticking down. Holm maybe starting to get a little nervous out front. As the track's getting more beat up, it's more challenging as he misses the finish line jump. It's going to cost him a bit more time, and Chapman really has nothing to lose. He has 20 seconds back to Leclerc behind him.
Yeah, just putting in work right now, doing what he can to catch up.
Gap is under 10 seconds. It is shrinking for sure.
Down rider right in front of Leclerc as he tries to get going again, wheeling in that first corner. And behind him, two lappers get together, so let's see if Carlin can make it through clean.
Best battle I can find on the track is no longer a battle, but I do want to check in with our
down. Blakely is going to get by. Go ahead, sorry.
Versus PC.com one to watch. Back in 11th place right now. Logan Leitzel riding for Architect laptop performance tonight. So I guess must be on the road. I believe he's actually traveling to his regional this weekend for Loretta's, if I recall. He was talking about that. So nice performance here from Leitzel, who's not on his normal setup. Actually, he's running a stock skin. So my guess is that laptop performance is not awesome, but this performance on a laptop pretty good here for Logan Leitzel on the 45.
Good battle here, Armstrong versus Carlin.
Update on the lead while you're watching that. Not to mention he's in lappers, but Chapman has dropped 17 seconds off of Race Carlin now. Or off of Adam Holm, I'm sorry. Yeah, good battle. Armstrong and Carlin for sure. Two different approaches up that uphill roller section. Carlin kind of wheelied in and skimmed the tops, while rhythming through them was Armstrong.
Yeah,
Looked to work out about the same.
a couple of riders stuck
Oh,
together
riders
in the
down.
berm ahead of them, both getting through.
I mean, the best thing I think they could do there is just sit there, because the leaders were coming. Anywhere you went, you were going to get in the way of somebody. Oh, Carlin's
Carlin
going to land
launching
hard.
it. And in the background, Blakely goes down right behind them. So I was just about to say, Blakely starting to step up on this battle and just makes a mistake as soon as I see him home up to 11 seconds. So Chapman catching just a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely fluctuating in and out. It looks like Chapman is maybe pushing it really hard, makes up some time, but then makes a mistake and gives a lot of that time back. But as it gets down to about 10 seconds, that starts to be about fall-off range. Puts the pressure on home. 27.5 minutes in, the time is ticking.
Yep. Just a couple more laps left. I know they're counting it down as well themselves.
The track definitely starting to get beat now. And now the decision comes, do you stay in the rough line that's really well worn in, or do you try to explore the track a little bit? Either way, you can make a costly mistake.
Carlin on the back of Armstrong back here. Not too close, but starting to catch up.
Don't count out Alexis Leclerc right now. He's only 11 seconds out of the number 2 spot.
As we talk
That's
about him
his
almost going
championship
down,
rival.
too.
Just bar dragging out of that turn. Down the hill. He's looking far inside to get around this lapper. He's going to make it happen around Simos.
Yeah, definitely held on really well there. That was a great pass.
Found a nice smooth line down there for sure.
Just crazy to see Leclerc in top 3 right now, just after seeing how far back he was.
The lead gap down to 8 seconds. It'd be an amazing performance if Leclerc's able to not just come back and podium, but potentially could win this thing at this point.
Wow, Carlin, great run up those rollers, or the whoops, you even want to call it, up the new uphill section that we have here. Just taking them, blitzing them instead of jumping through. Absolutely faster than Armstrong. And right now has a lapper ahead of him. He needs to get around.
The lead gap down to 6 seconds. It is shrinking down on Adam Holm.
Oh, lapper almost getting with Armstrong there, but it's going to allow both Carlin and Armstrong by. Keep an eye on that front battle, though, by the way. We'll definitely have to check out.
It's going to be 3 laps to go as it's 29 minutes, 10 seconds when Holm went across the line. So they'll be getting the 2-lap board next time around.
Oh,
Chapman makes a
Chapman, yep.
mistake.
It's all Holm can ask for. Just mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we better keep our eyes on Chapman, as looks like he's going to be the deciding factor of this race.
I'll even go on board with him for a second just to keep an eye.
Be nice to see just how beat the track is. Chapman actually moving out to that outside line there.
Yep.
Inside just getting a little too beat for his liking.
That's one reason why I like doing this on stream. So, I mean, from the outside TV cameras, it looks pretty beat up, but once you go on board, you really see how nasty the track really is.
5-second gap. It just keeps shrinking. There's one thing we saw it early in the race, though. It's one thing to catch him, but then you have to pass him. A little mistake there from Chapman.
Jake, these are real players. If any of you guys think this is computer AI playing tonight, then you are sorely mistaken. Chapman, once again, looking solid here tonight.
Oh, Chapman's on the ground.
Oh, no. So Leclerc going to have a chance at... not
No,
close.
and he
Oh.
goes down now. We were looking at a
Commentator's
last lap
curse.
battle between the title contenders. It's not over, but that's definitely going to make it much,
Just a lot
much
less
more
likely.
difficult.
Yeah.
So Holm actually makes a mistake, but he's got to be breathing a sigh of relief now as he sees the gap go up to 12 seconds. And when he comes around, he should be getting 2 to go. So It's not over, though.
Yeah, definitely not.
Especially with that Leclerc fall off, it allows Chapman back in a position again to where he has nothing to lose. He can push at least until he has a fall off, and then
For sure.
he has to start to protect that spot. If he does it, I don't know if Chapman has that in his head at all of just back down. Like, I think it's win or crash for him, no matter what. And he goes right through the bail. Luckily for those new bail collisions that we just got, actually, that wouldn't have worked for him at the original round one. He goes right over that thing.
Yeah, the new collisions you guys made on the tough blocks and the hay bales is great. I'm really happy with that.
Few less controller throwing moments, at least.
For sure. I mean, we already have to deal with enough with front end lock and everything else, so hay bales is one last thing we didn't want to deal with.
Looking at the map, it looks like there's 2 riders right in front of Adam Holm. Otherwise, it's pretty lapper free here this last lap and a half. 9-second gap. Chapman giving it everything he has. He has 23 seconds back to Leclerc, so
Yeah, for sure.
it's time to lay out the hot laps if you're Russ Chapman.
And which he's known to do. Would not surprise me at all.
Wow, that corner speed was
I
pretty
know.
impressive.
I was actually just thinking that myself. Just railing the corner.
He's definitely leaving it all on the racetrack right now. 7.5-second gap.
Guys crashing all around. And Leclerc goes legs off as well as people going down around him. So there's that. Sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. My cat is going ballistic on my office door, so hopefully it's not too loud for you guys.
Oh man, there's a group of 3 lappers right now in front of Adam Holm. That is going to be difficult, and they are battling for 13th, 14th, and 15th, so they're way up in their 12th, 13th, and 14th. I'm sorry, they're well up in the points.
Checking on Chapman, up to a 6.4-second gap as we go into the last 2 laps.
Now, actually, the white flag should be flying
Actually,
here
this
across
would be
the
last
finish
lap,
line.
my
It
fault.
is.
Yep.
1 more to go. 6.2 seconds. Can Holm handle it?
Oh,
Chapman almost gets
whoa!
collected.
Whoa, Chapman better be counting his lucky stars there at a 2:08 fastest lap so far, 2:12 that last lap. Lapper's going for Chapman there, actually. I don't know who that was, but I say Banhammer might be coming down there, but we'll see. 2:10 best lap for Holm, 2:14 last lap. So Chapman faster by 2 seconds this last lap. And Chapman with a big mistake, giving Holm even more room. And Chapman pushes even harder and goes down again. So that's going to allow the gap. Armstrong up to 3rd now. Carlin dropping back to 4th. But back out front, once again, Holm called him as my racer to watch. Didn't expect to see him actually go out there and dominate, which he did pretty well. And I wouldn't even actually call it dominate. He definitely held his own and did his best he could and stayed solid, as we said earlier. Kept consistent and definitely worked out today.
This, of course, only Moto 1 of 2 as well. So
Oh,
bringing it
Chapman
around to
down
the end.
again. Wow. Sorry, guys. If you guys calling out somebody to spectate if
Wait.
there's stuff going on, I apologize. What's up?
Leclerc has dropped to 7th.
What? I wonder what just happened. He must have had a massive legs off.
3:01 lap time last time around.
Oof.
Huge problems for Alexis Leclerc after that hard charge.
So much work to get up here and then sadly just, falling apart.
Now, I do think he's going to get at least one spot back here as Blakely's off the bike and off the track, and he still has Kevin Frizaka within sight. But a huge shakeup. Adam Holm doing a little bike hump over the step up because he's only got a few turns to go. And bringing it around the mechanics area for the last time. going into the final corner,
Oh!
doing a little bar drag slide out, trying to give someone their lap back almost. Back flipping his way to the finish. Adam Holm wins Moto #1 with double backflips at
Chapman
Hangtown.
legs off again as we're trying to get to the end here. You know, at the same time, I love it. He pushed as hard as he possibly could, made a couple of mistakes, but at the same time, he put it all on the table. He didn't leave anything back, so it's good to see him actually charging as hard as he could this last little bit. Sadly, it didn't work out, but hey, second is nothing to ever get frustrated about. Unless, of course, you're battling for the lead and lost it at the end, but second is always great.
I have to go take care of some business.
You're fine. I will be doing the same here during this quick break here in just a minute. We got 3 minutes anyways between these two races, so I'll see you back in a bit. So right now watching as Armstrong is going to go cross in third here, more than likely. Carlin is pretty close, but that lapper between is definitely going to slow him up. So Armstrong's going to get across. Fourth is going to go to Wacecar. Oh, Blakely with issues going on. That is Leclerc trying to get a position. Leclerc getting knocked into as well. So Blakely is going to go. Is Leclerc going to go for the inside here? He does, and he gets it. Wow. Leclerc barely beating Blakely. Wow, that was nuts. Verzaka's going to take 7th. And waiting to see who's next. Young is back here in 8th. 9th is going to go to Pilsner again. We were talking about it earlier. Even in chat, he was talking about how he didn't even want to race today. Didn't feel like he was going to do well. Wasn't even going to make it through the cons. He pulls a top 10 Moto 1. He needs to stop counting himself out. Definitely making a mention of it. Sounds like me out there. I went into Houston not wanting to race, not thinking it was going to be my race, and I ended up winning it. So you never know. Final corner. No, and Pilsner goes down to the final corner. He's going to lose the 9th spot. St. Laurent is going to get by for 9th. Is Cameron Lee going to take away his 10th? He does not. He does. Pilsner is down still in the corner. Is he going to get past again? He does not. So Pilsner going to take 11th, sadly. Had 9th. Ouch, that hurts. Because Locomotive Light going to make it through. And Lightsoul, your final rider on the lead lap in 13th, going down. And going to get across C cuts really quick. Holm, Chapman, Armstrong, Carlin. Leclerc cuts there. Verzaka gets Blakely, Young, St. Laurent, and Lee. So that's your top 10. Wow, crazy ending to 450 Moto 1 there. And again, thank you to everybody still hanging out. Over 80 viewers across both platforms. Oh, as I'm stretching. Sorry, guys. It's just a long night to sit here in this chair to stream and commentate this for 3 hours. But I thank you guys so much for hanging out here. Read your last comment. Sadly, it's not my stream, so I really can't do that today. I'm sorry, man. And I clicked the wrong button, but that's okay. So we got a 3-minute break, I'm guessing. Should be 3 minutes before... Yep. So 3-minute break before the second moto. Just going to take a minute here. Again, great job to everybody out there racing today. Good to see some good battling there for the final spots. Let's see. I got a question here before I could grab some more water really quick and take a quick stretch and kick the cat out of here. Trying to think. After the first moto, who do you guys think is going to win moto number 2? Who do you guys count in and who do you guys count out? Be right back. Alright, I am back after getting some stretching and everything else. Thank you guys again for hanging out with us and still being here. Long night of racing. We still have one race left to go. Of course, that's 450 Moto number 2 coming up here very soon. Once again, this is the re-race of Hangtown after what happened to the first round. Of course, we had server issues, which wasn't able to be completed. So tonight we are rerunning the first round, of course, once again here at Hangtown. I am not Kellen for anybody just joining us. Of course, I'm Motoagogo. I do stream also at twitch.tv/Motoagogo as well as Motoagogo13 on YouTube if you guys wish to follow me there. A lot of stuff like this is always shown, but I'll be here for this round as well as High Point next week. So I'll be covering for Kellen for both these rounds, and I thank you guys again for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you all for being so nice with me too. A lot of you, I get it. You're not a fan of my commentary compared to Kellen. I totally get it. He has his own brand of style of commentary. I do too. But I thank you guys for bearing with me and at least hanging out and having fun with us tonight. So. I chose 13 because I needed a number for DM Racing way back in the day, and I just used that, and it just kind of stuck ever since. I don't know. I honestly wish I could get my RF number to be 13, but I'll never be good enough to get a national number. And once again, we should be going here very soon. Tired of sitting. Probably don't have enough time. I haven't even played yet today. Let's get around here really quick. I haven't actually played much at all lately. Haven't had time. I actually got a 5th here in AM's class, so it was a pretty fun race. Just gotta wait. Forgot how slippery the track is. Like I said, we're just waiting. 450 Moto 2 should be starting any minute. Thought I'd spin a couple laps, just bored sitting here. Sorry if it's painful to watch compared to the pro guys. Pro guys, I know. Oh, 2 whipped. Oh, got it. Joys of not playing yet today. I'm just everywhere. It's just fun though, because like I said, I'm just killing time, just waiting for 450 Moto 2 to start any minute here. Into the hay bales. Oh, that's fun. But like I said, I'm just hanging out here for a second. Just, like I said, painful riding to watch, I know. But just having some fun waiting. Oppo. But waiting on 450 Moto 2. Should start any minute here. what happens when you try to get the inside rut and push way too hard. Should have just taken the second one. Yay, okay, restart. There we go. So this will be quick warm-up lap on 450 Moto 2 before we get started. So Tyson Fresquez, I love the 30 FPS number that he has. I don't think it actually loaded in right. Welcome back, checkers. All right. Hey, sorry about that. I have it stream mode, so I don't hear you when you call.
No worries.
But welcome on back. I was actually just spinning a couple of quick laps, and people were making fun of my am riding. No, I'm just totally kidding. No, it wasn't too bad. I just bored. Our 3-minute break turned into a 6-7 minutes. I was just running some laps. But warm-up is on the gate right now, so we are just going to wait. Man, so many people getting punted in the background. Do I play with a keyboard or controller? Controller. I couldn't imagine playing this game with a keyboard. I know some people do. I couldn't do it. It's mind-boggling to think of all the different presses of a mouse, and I don't even want to think about it. Have you ever played with a keyboard, checkers, or are you always controller?
Always controller.
Always controller. See, when I first tried, I wasn't too much into PCs back then, but in like 2010, I think it was the first time I ever was introduced to MX Sim, and I didn't understand how controllers worked on PC yet. I just had a MacBook Pro, and that was it. And so I played the game, I was like, this game's stupid. I'm not playing with a keyboard. Like, it just didn't play it again until like 2013, 2014, and I finally realized how good it was.
Just an update, Owen Hillman has been banned from racing action for multiple cuts and takeouts during that moto on multiple riders as a lapper.
Well, there you go, guys. Van Hammer.
So he will not be our versuspc.com one to watch, but you guess who will be? Let's pick out, how about the number 16 of Brock Pearson? He'll be our versuspc.com one to watch.
I'll go with that as we go for 450 Moto number 2 here at Hangtown.
And the gate is down and into turn number 1 they go. From the outside, Jeff Cooper with a good start. He's going to slide out and not make it happen. And Alexis Leclerc makes up for the bad start in Moto number 1 with a whole shot in Moto number 2. James Armstrong, Chase Blakely, and there's Russ Chapman giving chase. And another good start for Moto number 1 winner, Adam Holm, rounding out the top 5.
I'm also surprised that Chapman had such a good start with having a wheel stand almost the entire straightaway there. Usually that slows you down or gets into somebody else, and making it happen here.
Around the outside was Brock Pearson, but then Holm goes right on back
leader
by him.
down. Leclerc making the mistake, not legs off. It's going to drop him back to at least 10th place coming up to this jump.
Actually already up in 7th. Some quick recovery, is able to get over that step up still.
And after seeing a Moto number 1 going from mid-30s to right about the front, we know he's got the speed. Sorry, go right ahead.
Russ Chapman out to that early lead, going to try to take off. Armstrong, Holm, we lost Blakely there. Brock Pearson, our one to watch. We picked a good one on the number 16, off to a good start. And there goes Leclerc around the inside of Pearson, trying to get a run down the downhill.
Yeah, great battle from all these guys. Going to pass again. That's Holm getting around Armstrong there. That's going to be for second.
Oh, Pearson sandwiches Leclerc between him and a SpongeBob. Somehow Leclerc sneaks on through.
Leclerc just seems to bounce off of
right
everything unless he does something himself.
Super slippery without the big ruts that they had at the end of the moto. They have to adapt to that quickly. Armstrong going to try to come back on Leclerc.
Good battle.
Leclerc just shuts him off and doesn't put him down. Armstrong, known to be able to be aggressive as well, makes the move back for now. Leclerc looking inside, aggressive on him again.
Do you think Leclerc let him back by there? Like, it seemed like he kind of backed off a little bit, went outside to let him back
he
up.
almost went over the berm.
Ah, that's okay. That
in that turn. So Armstrong, though, he knows how to play aggressive as well. I'm sure he's not going to take too kindly. Leclerc kind of cut over on him on purpose to put him down.
Yeah, for sure. Just shut the door in more ways than one. Absolutely closed it on him. Once again, great battle. I love the early laps for this reason, that everybody's close-knit and just ready to go throw a blanket over the entire top 10. Good battle again, side by side. Leclerc doing everything. And there he goes. Wow, beautiful pass. If you're looking for servers to join online, if you go to mxsimulator.com, in the very top before you go to forums, click on servers, and you can see what track is on what server and how many riders and how many laps. So that's a good way to find a good server to go to. But again, battle here, actually Leclerc versus Holm. This is going to be for second. No, this is the highest the graphics can possibly be. I run the game maxed out when I stream. Holm doing the best he can to hold off Leclerc right now, though. Chapman's still your leader. Which Chapman, if he wins this, would go 2-1 versus Holm if he gets his place or holds on to what he is 1-2. He'll definitely get the overall. Chapman will. Great battle, though, between these two. Oh, and Leclerc with the takeout pass. We talked about that earlier. You can't give up the inside to Leclerc. Just going in and sending Holm to the ground. That's not going to help at all for his overall.
Red flag has come out. There was an issue with a rider not being put in that was supposed to be in.
Well, there's that.
So that's going to mix things up. The specific issue is Craig Richards was not put in. He didn't make moto number 1, but was here for UID grab.
At that point, it's one of those, you know, like, I get it that you want to race and stuff like that, but if you missed Moto 1 and you were here for everything, I just don't race. You know what I mean? Like, not hateful,
Yeah,
just...
well,
but it's his
I mean-
choice. It's his choice. If he made it in and UID, he's allowed to race. I get it.
yeah, I mean, it was a host mistake, so you have to... I shouldn't say a host mistake. I would say an error in the way that things are handled.
A race error. Just a race error. Yeah, just, you know.
So it's the only fair way to go about it. Now the red flag has been broadcast in the server, so we should be getting set up here. I'm sure he's just being added into the script.
Jake, it should actually be the same exact resolution on Twitch and YouTube tonight, since I'm running a different way than Kellen does. Which, like I said, I'll get Kellen up to speed when he gets back home. We talked about it the other day. We'll have him looking a bit more better graphically here very soon. Leclerc with a boner air over the jump. I don't know if you were still watching. That was kind of funny. Yeah, I agree with that. That's one thing about this game a lot of people can say, especially if they're new to the game, checking it out, whatever. It's graphically, it's not the best looking game. Models actually look really good, I think. Tracks look the best we could possibly get them for what they are, but it's just what the game is valued at is the professional realism of motocross, stuff like that. So what are some good controllers to buy? 360 is pretty common that a lot of people like. PS4 is probably the best controller of all time. I use an Xbox One Elite, so it really is up to whatever you guys want to run. We went with Blakely off the start here on the last one. So we're doing a quick warm-up lap once again. Make sure that we don't have the same issue again, and we're going to restart Moto number 2 after a red flag. Gebhardt, the red flag happened because Richards was not on the line to start, so we had a red flag.
And he was supposed to be
Yeah,
in.
he was supposed to be in, yep. So we just wait here for a second, get everybody re-queued back up, let the guys in the front three get pissed off and throw their controller at a restart, but either way, we're getting ready to go with Moto number 2 again here at Hangtown, 450 class.
All right. So here we go.
Yeah, he was in the server and he made UID grab.
He was insert made UID grab. But the scripts, the way that they're built for Moto 1 results, where he didn't ride Moto number 1.
But here we go. Either way,
Leclerc and
new
Holm
start.
connect going down the start straight.
Whew.
And Holm gonna come right back inside of him again.
Oh, and
takes out
cleans
Leclerc.
him. You missed it. Oh, and
Oh, he put himself down.
in the SpongeBob.
Karma.
Yeah.
The whole shot goes to Logan Leitzel, rocking that laptop. Maybe he needs to be on the laptop every week. A pretty decent moto number one is our one to watch, and now we're going to be watching him because he is out in front.
Yeah, I was gonna say
James
maybe that.
Armstrong, Chase Blakely, Cameron Lee, Race Collin, good starts. Where are Chapman? He is running in the 10 spot. Going on back, looking for Leclerc in our moto number one winner. There's Holmes, 17th. Still looking for Leclerc. He is buried in the pack.
All leaders get together. Stay up. Sorry. Whew. Armstrong bobbled, but somehow stayed up.
Leclerc's in 31st place.
So it looks like a repeat of moto number one. And again, everybody out there in TV land, thank you for the 80 viewers we still have between YouTube and Twitch. You guys are amazing. Once again, if you're enjoying the content today, hit that follow button over on Twitch for Start Your Systems, and then Start Your Systems as well, also on YouTube if you guys are enjoying and have not yet hit that subscribe button, or leave a like if you already have. Let them know that you enjoyed today's broadcast. Oh, in Armstrong down in second. I was going to say, though, earlier that I think that takeout of our home versus Leclerc at the very end, just before the red flag happened, I think you were stepped away looking at something. Leclerc took out home for second, or I want to say it was second. He took him out for. Just absolutely cleaned him. So I think that was Holmes' retaliation.
Yeah, well, maybe we saw that. You know, we were talking about that confidence in moto number one. Maybe he's starting to hold his ground because, I mean, Leclerc kind of been pushing these guys around all year long. Speaking of home, he's up to 10th already. He is charging right now. But leading the way, trying to put a lap lead in the books, Logan Leitzel, Laptop Racing on the number 4-5. Attaboy to Logan Leitzel, Chase Blakely in the 2 ride. Cameron Lee runs into the back of Blakely, who goes down, and the General, Race Collin, and Russ Chapman flat track around. Watching Chapman go to work here on the General, Race Collin. He's got an inside line working up the hill. Not going to have it, or is he? He's going to run it in.
Yeah,
Collin, a little nice there. I feel like opened to the door and just kind of let him go through. Maybe playing the end game a little bit. Moto 1 winner Holm up to 9th. Make that 8th as he goes around.
Oh,
down
Cameron
rider.
Lee gets into Logan Leitzel that made a mistake, and both are going to go down where Leitzel's already back up. Lee's going to go full legs off.
Leclerc getting through the pack even faster this moto. He's up to 18th already. But Chapman out front trying to pad his points lead.
I think I'm going to nickname him now the Glare McClare because he goes... or Leclerc, sorry. The Glare Leclerc. There you go. The Glare Leclerc. Just a streak. Dualies, though, right here. Cunningham versus Furzaka. It's crazy. I remember battling in AMs with Furzaka 2 years ago. It's amazing how fast he's gotten. But Chapman just looking solid out front, opening up a lead of a 2-second, which isn't huge yet, but that's enough. Carlin trailing in second still, Blakely third, Leitzel fourth, and Armstrong, Pearson, Holm, Furzaka, and Cunningham all right here. This is a good group of fast riders.
For sure, Brock Pearson, our versus PC.com. One to watch, off to another good start. He had a good one before the red flag, has another good one here.
Oh, and that was Cunningham going legs off on the step up, hitting a SpongeBob. Yeah, the reason why we're rerunning round one is server issues. We only got through moto number 1 at 250s, and then we called it for the night, and we're redoing it through a bye week. And I'm streaming here because Kellen is lucky man in the Bahamas. So, once again, huge congrats to Kellen when he comes back to this. Getting married and honeymoon. Fantastic time for him. But Blakely putting on some pressure to Carlin here.
I just went back to Leclerc, and he was putting another rider down, and Spencer Turley just absolutely wrecked him.
Turley just not having it, sipping on some tea, going, all right,
Said,
my
"What's
dude.
up, my dude? Eat my back wheel." He passed him and immediately cranked the bars to the left and cleaned him out. That's
I
going to
wish
drop
I got
a
that
ton
on
of positions
footage.
for
Oh.
Leclerc. He's actually down again, and he's outside of points all the way back to 22nd place. Well, we've been talking about it all year, Kellen and I have, when we've been streaming, and I'm sure you've been tuned in a lot.
Of course.
At some point, the aggressive riding that Leclerc does is going to catch up to him.
Yep.
And I mean, I definitely would say that's live by the sword, die by the sword. So now Leclerc has his work cut out for him. I'm not telling him to change his riding at all. I love it. It's super entertaining. I don't have to race against him now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's always different on the outside, you know what I mean, looking in, just as an AM rider. I mean, at the same time, in AMs, you don't need to be like him. Every AM will just take you out because they're an AM. That's just how AMs goes. Home right here with Armstrong. Let's see if he can get by. This is a battle for, this will be 4th place, actually. Home catching up quite a bit. Railing that outside, definitely making the momentum work for him, getting around Armstrong, no problem. That little spastic hump he did up this step up, but hey, whatever works for it. He's still doing it off every jump now. Yeah, Armstrong all over the back of him, though. Back out front, checking on Chapman, sitting at a 3-second lead, hasn't pulled off too far from Blakely, which has Carlin all over him. Not sure who the lapper is. They're already lapping. Nope, apparently in chat being yelled out that Seabolt wadded Chapman, apparently, just a second ago, so that's kind of interesting. I know they've had their past. That's always an exciting one. Still Chapman out front. So like I said, was Seabolt we just saw getting lapped, maybe, possibly? But Pearson versus Armstrong right now. Oh, outside Pearson goes down, so Lee is going to get by. Pearson, slight mistake there. Furzaka is going to be your next one by. But Chapman, still your leader, the one to beat, Blakely versus Carlin. Probably about your best battle, also a very far front battle. Carlin looked a little nose deep into that, but actually pulled it back out. Did well on recorrecting, that's for sure. Oh, Blakely getting close to the SpongeBob's and Hay Bale is going to go and make a mistake. So Carlin's going to get by. So once again, this is an upfront battle. This is actually for second still. Actually, this is for the lead. We went around. Chapman went down. We somehow missed that. I guess he was off and to the side. Didn't notice, or I thought he was a lapper. Sorry, I do apologize for that. So your leader going down now. So Blakely is going to hold on, and Carlin is going to be second. Chapman now third. There's Holm all over him. This is a big deal, by the way. Holm winning Moto number 1. Chapman getting second Moto number 1. So, yeah, this is all about the overall right now. So keeping an eye up top as well, seeing where Leclerc is.
quite a shakeup while I was gone, huh?
Yeah, I was just going to say, as we're focusing on a battle for second, they went around Chapman, which was down apparently on the side. Didn't notice as we went by. But yeah, definitely shaking things up now. So Carlin holding off Chapman. But Holm is right behind Chapman, which we're just talking about. So, you know, Holm winning the first moto. This is all about overall right here between these two.
Nice comeback ride from Holm, who put himself on the ground in turn number 2. And Leclerc looks like he's up to 8th right now, so he's coming back through quite nicely once again this moto.
It's crazy.
A third of the way through, salvaging the points. We talked about it a little bit in moto number 1, that Blakely, he can bring the heat from time to time.
While you were gone, Breezy, by the way, was mentioning that...
Yeah, I saw the message.
Okay. You know, just try to keep you on top of things.
I appreciate it.
Always. Right now, Chapman versus Carlin. This is interesting battle still. I mean, Chapman is probably the fastest guy out there and probably going to be the one to try to beat, but Carlin you can never count out. Oh, as we say that, the commentator's curse. He saved the high side, though. Very impressed. He's going to let his teammate by. Which I don't blame him at all. I mean, it's every once in a while I get a Paul Moscan, right? Team tactics. But either way, it's going to let him by. So Blakely, still your leader. Chapman, Holm, Carlin. Let's look back a little bit further. Let's see. Armstrong, Lee back here. Leclerc, as we we're talking about, from Zaka. St. Laurent making a mistake, allowing Leitzel to get by. Or Leitzel, sorry. It's Leitzel. I keep saying it and he gets mad about it. So yeah, Leitzel. But again, checking towards the front. Nothing really going on. Carlin doing well, though. Chapman hauling. I wonder what his next lap is going to be. He's already ran a 2:08. Last lap was a 2:09. Just flying laps. Blakely, your leader, with a 2:09 fastest lap is his last. Oh, and Chapman going down as we're looking. Where is Blakely and where's Holm? That was Carlin and Holm going by. Joys of when timing doesn't go quite right with the cams, but that's okay. At least we caught it. But Holm right now, this would be your overall if he could hold on to this. Chapman, though, a surprising mistake, I should say. A not normal mistake for him. And sliding out again. Still great racing here. Your leader, Blakely. Blakely with a 7.6 second lead, just about a fall off. Let's see if any other battles are going on. There's a lot going on up front. I don't really want to miss anything. Let's see if anything else is going on as well. Oh, and down goes a couple of riders there. That would be Turley. No, that was Higney going down with Young getting into him. So Turley actually gets around. Good guy, Turley. Actually, a pretty decent friend of mine. Every once in a while, we make videos. Kind of funny. Haven't talked to him in a while, but hopefully he's doing well.
Did you say Turley?
Yeah.
What's up, my dude?
Yeah, I made a couple of videos with the guy, actually. He's a pretty nice dude. Just doesn't always say the correct things he should when he does. But hey, at least he's himself. That's all I can say. Never one of those to hold back. Oh, and Chapman and Armstrong go. No, who was that with Chapman? Chapman just got taken out by somebody.
That was Seabolt.
Oh.
Who just got black flag from the event.
And there goes Seabolt.
Second whip style rider of the night. Obviously, Chapman pissed off Team Whip Style at some point.
Either or, they just want to watch the world burn and take out one of the best guys. I think that's part of it, too. So either way. But right now, watching as still Blakely, your leader. Holm holding on to second. Third, Armstrong still. Well, we're doing a top 10 rundown just a second anyways. We'll leave that. So Leclerc up to a 5th spot now. Why? Or wow, not why. I was just reading why in chat. I said it. I'm an idiot. But either way, wow, just catching up quite a bit. And Holm getting around another down rider. So Chapman, oh, another mistake by him. So this is giving Holm even more of a chance to get the overall. Like I said, Holm going the winner of Moto number 1. And Blakely back here as well. Classic Seabolt comments. Reading chat right now is kind of interesting. Armstrong catching on what?
With all that, we got to give Blakely the love.
Holm down.
Out front.
Sorry, really quick. Holm is down to 5th now. Was in
And
2nd.
Leclerc's up to 4th.
Yep.
And guess who's in 3rd? Only 2.5 seconds in front of him.
Yeah. Yep. That's the crazy part. He's gone down so many times, had a couple mistakes, everything else, and just still charging. And that was around Armstrong too. That was a pass. That was really easy for him. But Armstrong doing well. Leclerc. I feel bad. I keep thinking that I'm on my own chat and I'm streaming on another channel. So I keep thinking that some of these people I'm reading, I'm like, I don't know who this person is. I feel dumb tonight. But either way, Blakely still out front. Actually, we need to do our halfway through rundown. Who do you think we should do it for this time? Their checkers?
Just a moment. Go ahead.
Oh, not a problem at all.
I'm busy at the moment.
No, I got you. Okay, so as of right now, we're going to do a top 10 rundown. Here is what we usually do through the 50% of the way through a race. So this one is going to be for... let's see, start your systems really quick. The channel you're watching right now, whether on YouTube, on Twitch, always your source of entertainment for anything from MX Simulator to just anything. Lately, I actually put up a mountain biking video for a great game called Descenders. We're going to go ahead and get that as our sponsor here. Once again, start your systems, either on Twitch or YouTube. Be sure to follow, be sure to sub, be sure to like, be sure to anything. Toss him some money. Who knows? Whatever you guys want to do. Either way, your top 10 rundown. Blakely, you got out front right now, holding a solid ride at 17 seconds up. Got Rush Chapman in 2nd, Armstrong 3rd, Leclerc 4th, Holm 5th. Your winner of Moto 1, Cameron Lee 6th, Carlin 7th, Leitzel 8th, Pearson 9th, and from Zaka, he's going to hold on to 10th spot. But as of right now, not a whole lot going on this moto at this point. A lot of riders that are really quick, fairly close. But either or. Give some more people some TV time back here. St. Laurent back here making a mistake, allowing Cooper to get by, and Davis. Devin Davis, you don't see too much causing so much on the forums anymore. I miss the days of old A. Wood and D. Davis just making the forums.
Oh, Chapman is down. Guess who is going to slide on by?
Leclerc is going to get the spot, but where is Holm? There he is.
Coming down the downhill.
Because that's going to be for the overall right there, so I was curious on how close he's going to get. Definitely shorten it up.
So the battle between the two championship contenders, Chapman and Leclerc, is on right now. Chapman upshifted his bike into boner mode and is pinning it everywhere.
Yeah, just traction down constantly, keeping the front end up. That's all you got to do.
If you've ever seen Brandon's first race on YouTube,
Yes,
that is
one
what
of my
Chapman is
favorite
doing right
videos of
now.
all time.
We're just waiting for him to air wheelie off this triple landing and go flying out into the crowd.
Yeah, no brakes into the corner, can't get it down in time. And also just boner airing every single jump. It's fantastic. If you guys have never seen it, by the way, look it up. It's pretty funny. So right now, Leclerc, though, holding off Chapman. This is going to be a good battle.
It wouldn't surprise me one bit for these two to put each other down.
It's just amazing to sit back and just watch two really talented players just ride like this. Oh, and the slide out by Chapman, and he hits the pole, stays up though. But here's Holm. We were talking about this earlier. Holm was ahead of Chapman twice this moto so far. Is he going to get a third chance and hold on this time? Oh, and Holm with a mistake and tries to get going again.
Leclerc went off the
Stays up.
track
Did he?
as well, but he rejoined, still has a few seconds in front of Chapman. Tell you what, good performance going on for 5th place rider Cameron Lee as he has closed in on Holm.
Yeah, Lee absolutely is just stepping up this moto. I don't remember him at all on the first moto. So good to see him doing well.
Speaking of doing well, still running out front, 21 minutes into the moto. Chase Blakely has a 21-second lead.
Yeah,
He has got it dialed in right now.
Yeah, doing work out there, absolutely. Would not have pegged him as your winner for this moto, but just solid riding, and nothing against him either. Just wasn't one that I would have chosen as my pick. Leclerc in second, still looking solid. Chapman right here. Not a whole lot going in this front group, though. Leitzel slightly catching Armstrong.
R versus
Pearson,
PC.com,
yeah.
one to watch, running in 9th.
Great ride for Pearson.
Their solid top 10 performance, rounding out the top 10 right now for Race Carlin.
Loving the old school OG style Fox gear he's running today.
Oh, Chase Blakely is down and off the bike, so he has a 20-second lead. He should be okay, but it's going to allow Alexis Leclerc a little light at the end of the tunnel, with still a lot of racing left to go.
Oh,
And Leclerc with another mistake, and here goes Chapman. So now what's Leclerc going to do?
And
So
Chapman
slides out.
Here's Holm. Holm, he's not going to get close enough, though. It's crazy to think that these guys are... Oh, Chapman almost going down again. I was going to say, it's crazy to think that Holm versus Chapman right now is for the overall still.
Yeah, we would be looking at right now Alexis Leclerc overall if he didn't blow it at the end of the first moto,
Yep.
unfortunately. Oh, actually, no, because of the Blakely leading.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting about him. He's so far out there.
Blakely just...
I was thinking of 3-1, but yeah, Leclerc, of course, had those mistakes at the end of the first moto after a brilliant performance. Another brilliant performance here, back as far as 31st at one point, all the way up in the second in front of his title combatant Chapman at the moment.
And there's Holm. Holm seems to be warming up as the race goes on, too. Just getting a little bit faster and faster each lap.
Blakely is down again with the lead.
Oh, no. At least he was turned the correct way. Always having a 180 after a wreck or anything else. It's the worst.
Battle for second is definitely heating up.
Holm's trying to make it a three-way battle, too. Chapman just scrubbing as hard as he can over the table.
.8 seconds is the gap between the first and second spots, and less than a second back to third, Russ Chapman.
Oh, here we go. That's going to allow Chapman right on the back of Leclerc after missing the finish line. Ooh, the jump out of that rut. I thought he was going down.
Chapman looks for an opening up the inside. I think he has it.
Yep, Leclerc letting him by.
Can Leclerc come back on him now? We've seen some aggressive antics already tonight from Leclerc.
Chapman is, he's just that fast, too. If you could just open it up here, he's just gone.
In 1.7 seconds. No, we have a leader.
Yeah,
we
I was going to
lost
say Blakely's in
somewhere.
third, yep. Yeah, so that was also a pass for the lead as well as getting around. So this is a big deal. So this would have him go 2-1 if he could hold on to this, which easily is overall. Leclerc would go 4-2, and then Blakely, actually Hallman's going to go 2, would go 1-5.
Oh, mistake from Leclerc is going to allow Blakely right up on him.
I thought Leclerc was going down in that rut. It didn't look solid, but great ride. Blakely coming in. Solid charge. Like I said, I just didn't expect at all Blakely in this moto to count him in.
Wow, I don't think we mentioned it, but there was a team switch this week for Rush Chapman as well, going from the
iLabs to Art Design, or Art backwards, whatever it was.
Art iLab. He's no longer teammates with Leclerc.
Yeah, kind of interesting. I had to...
I'm not surprised that didn't last long.
It's bad company, you know what I mean?
It's a lot of ego to put under 110.
That is for sure. Also probably getting expensive with how much they had to pay them out for their positions they would get every race.
Yeah, I mean, there probably wasn't much room under the tent left for Leclerc once Rush got his big head under there.
And speaking of retro now, as we check back out to the lead, it's sitting at a 3.7 second pretty good lead already, just acquiring it a little bit ago. 27 minutes plus 2 laps, of course, in the next 3 minutes. So probably about 17 laps is how many we had moto number 1, 2 16-lap motos for 250s earlier today. Also, just glad to have these races concluded tonight. We had some issues, and this is why we had to rerun the Hangtown round again. Of course, it was round 1 technically, so there's a re-race. But after server issues, whoa, Lapper going down in front of Leclerc that holds Leclerc up. And that's going to let Blakely...
Tyson Fresca's, actually.
People are actually just talking about him in chat. A lot of people asking why he's...
What used to be.
Yeah, what used to be. I think it is, and a lot of people are saying this or that. I think he just doesn't play the game as much as he used to. Just, you get to a point with the game that
I think he's also struggling with needing to upgrade a PC at this point with the road and such on outdoors, which is unfortunate. I try to stay as unbiased as I can. And
of course.
Obviously it comes out at times, but Tyson, my all-time favorite champion in MX Sim, I would say, just... gracious in winning and defeat most of the time.
Josh in chat was also saying apparently he had hand surgery as well, so.
Well, that could explain it.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it.
I think things kind of settled down here for a moment, so let's check through the top 10 again one more time. Rush Chapman takes the lead. Alexis Leclerc, Art Racecraft Decals, number 7, runs in the number 2 spot, 6 seconds behind, so this thing's still not over. 29 minutes into the moto as our leader actually just slid out, so I'm going to wait just a moment and see what happens here, how much it tightens up. And as they come to the line, they're going to have 3 laps to go. And Leclerc is all over his back wheel, so this is now tightened up. We're not going to go through the field. I'll mention it as Blakely still runs 3rd, home 4th, Armstrong 5th, Lights a nice run in 6th. Good day here at Hangtown for him. Kevin Frizaka runs in 7th, also having a good performance. Our one to watch, Brock Pearson, was in 8th. He just went down, so Cameron Lee's going to take that spot. Pearson back going in 9th.
As you're going through, Leclerc goes legs off down, so Blakely is going to take a spot.
Well, then pop back here to the number 10 spot. We have a battle going on between DX3 rider Devin Davis and the general Race Carlin, MV Films number 12. The battle is on.
Always love to give some more people some TV time. We feel bad whenever we stick to a top 10 for the night. And letting a lot of you guys know, you get messages all the time through these, but it's just we got to keep an eye on where the action is and where the points are. So good to give a little bit of love to D Davis back here and Race Carlin. Waste car, as we like to call it.
We're going where the action is, and there should be a lot of love in my bedroom. Woo!
So Sitting clean right now. Let's go back out front really quick. Double check on this.
Yeah,
Blakely is
great rebound here from Blakely. He had a few bad laps in there, but he has rebounded up into this 2 spot and looking really good. He's actually looks like he's maybe going after your race leader, Russ Chapman. Trying to run away from Leclerc at the moment.
Yeah, I don't blame anybody for wanting to do that. Oh, and Leclerc with a slide out and a home behind him, legs off, so allow Armstrong to get right up on the back of home. Home didn't lose any spots, but definitely is in risk of losing his spot now.
Blakely is definitely charging. I can't wait to see this lap time when he comes around.
I'll go on board with him, and we'll keep an eye until the end of this one. Oh, that nasty rut at the top of that lip. I don't know if you saw it there.
Yeah, I almost went head over heels over bars.
Yeah.
And he is all over the back door of Russ Chapman now.
Yep. This is going to be exciting. Oh!
He's knocking little piggy, let me in, or I'm going to blow your house down. 212
Great lap.
for Blakely, 215 for Chapman. Blakely is the aggressor in this situation. The big bad wolf is here.
Whew. Love going on board too, of course, when how late, you know, in the moto this is with the E-road and everything. Everybody can see how massive these lines are. Dude, Russell, who cares if Checkers invited me to his bedroom, dude? If that's where the action is at, then sign me up.
That's what dreams are made of.
Man, this is
A dream ride going on right now for Chase
Exactly.
Blakely.
Oh,
If he is
Chapman
giving
stands it
Chapman
up.
all that he can have, Chapman cannot run the pace, I don't think. Blakely has found another gear. He's got to run up the rollers. He's going to try a different
Yeah, he's
line.
gonna get the triple up right here. Got
He's
it.
going to try to dive inside, and then he's going to tuck back in line, rail this rut.
Oh,
a brake check
yeah.
from Chapman.
I was just gonna say brake check and a little bit of a front end lock, and there's Leclerc.
Blakely caught him once. A lap and a half to go. Can he catch him again?
Oh, in mistake by
Blakely's
Blakely. So
down.
there's Leclerc. Wow, I did not expect this ride from him again. That's insane. So that opens up Chapman's lead to a 4-second, which isn't huge, but definitely breathing room after having him right on his back wheel. There goes Leclerc going way outside as Alapra gets back on track. Whew, the back end swapping, but holding on.
I believe that was Squirrely Turley.
Just show, you know, throwing chakra bros as the guy goes by.
Oh, Chapman,
Yep,
a mistake.
Chapman, I was just gonna say, yeah,
yes,
down.
he's back.
Love this. This is exactly what I want every single time.
Honey, I'm home.
Last lap racing.
Leclerc just
Oh
drives
my
right around the
god!
outside of him.
Wow.
Really, what's up, my dude? I'm just gonna fly right around the outside of you like you're not even there, like you're tied to a post.
I bet you Chapman on Discord right now was like, wait, was that Blur? No! Oh, they both
they're
go!
both down.
Oh no!
Here comes Blakely.
Oh,
Hey,
where's home?
look at the lap time on Alexis Leclerc. Fastest lap of the race, 2:08.4. Right before the white flag.
And not only that, but look who's behind Chapman now. If Chapman makes another mistake, this overall could be Holmes now. Like it's, or maybe, I don't know. Like with points right now, it's going to be so close from all these guys. Because this will make Leclerc go 4 or 5-1. Blakely goes down in second, so that's going to allow Rush goes
Chapman's
down.
and off the bike.
Come on home. This is what I wanted. This is what makes championships exciting. I'm not
Holmes
rooting
gonna
for
get in
either
right
or.
around the outside of him, shuts the door.
Oh, beautiful pass.
Second time in half a lap that Rush Chapman gets blown by on the outside.
This is going to get interesting. I'm not seeing in a hateful way against home. I can see Chapman being the faster. What happened?
Did you hear that? That's the air deflating out of Rush's head.
Oh, and
He
home
makes the
gets
move
checked
back by
up.
home.
Yeah. Classic. Yeah, as I say, Chapman's definitely the faster rider out of these two. Holm is a lot more oh no, and as I say that, he gets into the
brake
back.
check again?
Oh, same exact
I saw
spot.
the end of it. Was
same,
it,
yep, brake
was
check.
it a brake check?
Exact same that was pulled earlier. So that's going to pretty much wrap up the overall. Chapman's going to take the overall more than likely now. Going 2-3. Yeah. Versus it'll be Holmes 4-5-1. And then Leclerc's.
Did Alexis Leclerc for sure get a fourth?
I want to say it was either fourth or fifth.
4-1 beats 2-3.
Yeah, 4-1 would beat it. And now I'm thinking about it. But I think he might have gotten fifth.
Because you get that bonus point for the win. Now, I know Leclerc was way back on the last lap. I don't know if he got fourth. I'm going to check real quick so that we have the official overall.
That's right.
Here.
He dropped way back, and maybe it was seventh. I'm thinking of Carlin maybe got fifth. No, Carlin dropped back. We'll take care of it.
Moto number 1.
Either or, your winner.
Leclerc got fifth.
Okay, so
this
fifth.
will not be for the overall,
5-1.
but it will be for the Moto win. Alexis Leclerc takes Moto number 2 with an amazing 2:08.4 on the second to last lap with the track rough, showing why he is the fastest player right now in MX Simulator. Chase Blakely, a great performance comes across on the BPC, number 13 for second. And Rush Chapman settles for third, but it should give him the overall win on the day. No, Adam Holmes should get the overall on the day with a 1-4.
Yep, yeah, 1-4.
For the win.
Yep.
Adam Holmes should take the overall win here at Hangtown.
Leitzel got to go across in fifth. 6 for Zaka. Armstrong doing everything he can. I mean, no matter who won that, all I got to say is Leclerc's pass was probably the highlight of the night, period. That was the greatest pass I think I've seen in pro racing so far.
All right, and the rest of the guys starting to come to the line. We have Cameron Lee running in the 8th spot in our one to watch. Brock Pearson in 9th. Rounding out the top 10. Race Carlin, they're all still on the racetrack at the moment. Coming around, Cameron Lee going to take the finish line. Nice 8th place finish for the 43.
One of my favorite parts about watching this racing is in chat right now. As 9th goes across Pearson. Great ride for him. Carlin's going to cross in 10th. As right now, Chapman not happy in chat. And I'm not saying in a hateful way. I don't dislike or like any of you guys more than anybody else, really. It's just always exciting to read the after race chat. So St. Laurent is going to go across 11th. Young is going to take 12th. 13th. Great job for Pilsner. Once again, went through the LCQ today going 8-13. Great. Or 9-13. 9-13. Sorry. D. Davis going to go across in 14th. We lapped all the way up to 19th, so a couple of guys left on the lead lap. Simos going to take 16th. Looking great in that BPC gear. Man, Heverline, the Gravedigger. Not the race he wanted this weekend, but hey, top 20 is top 20. 17th coming across the line. And last person on the lead lap is going to go across in 18th, so let's go back and check cuts. Leclerc still going to be your winner. Blakely going to take second. Chapman third. Fourth, Holm. Fifth, switches between Furzaka, and I don't get to read the rest. And again, thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. That was a great night of racing. Fantastic 250 racing as well as great 450 racing as always. 450, the premier class, always the one to watch. Thank you guys again for, as we're leaving here, 99 people watching still. That's awesome, both on YouTube and Twitch. If you guys haven't yet, be sure, like I said, on YouTube, hit that subscribe button to keep up with all your Starter Systems content as well as on Twitch. Be sure to follow them there. Either or, if you want to switch back between. Quick, humble self shout out. I am Motoagogo. If you guys enjoyed the content today, be sure to check me out on Twitch. I stream quite often. I have 3,200 followers as well, so not just a noob streamer, nobody just random. And on YouTube, Motoagogo 13 as well. So both ways. Checkers, of course, Checkers 448. Be sure to check him out for some track building. And before we take off, any last words you want to say here before we go here? Checks.
Nah, just peace out. Congratulations to Adam Holm on the overall win.
Yeah, for sure. Holm absolutely coming in. Riding a smart race. Did as well as he could. Leclerc, the Charger. Chapman is always being fast. And again, from all of us here, have a good night, guys. Thank you all again. This will be up on YouTube later for y'all to watch. And I'll see you guys next week at a high point to do this again. Bye, guys. Have fun.